Settle down. Settle down. We know you there in the jury box. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is an arbitration trial of 3 accused. Seth Franco, human, bodyguard. Y. Locke, half-elf, soldier, but also known interloper. And someone named Bryce Ledecky, human, thought to be a bouncer. This arbitration will continue until we find guilt or innocence. Are we loud and clear?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep, fine.
You 3 sit accused and shall be witness to the death of Vinnie Torelto, otherwise known as Mr. Y, Locke, cousin Vinnie. So, on the date in question, you 3 gentlemen were scanned by lawkeeper drones in the apartment of said Mr. Vinnie, and we will now take your witness statements as to what progressed.
Look, I had nothing to do with Vinny dying, all right? I wasn't even there, man.
You were there. We have you on tape.
Yeah, whatever.
Now, Mr. Ledecky, you say you were in the corridor outside Mr. Vinnie's apartment on the evening. Please describe.
Yeah, that's right.
what you
Outside.
saw.
That's right. Outside. I wasn't even in there.
All 3 of you. We have you on tape.
I mean, maybe
All right.
for a few minutes. I was in there.
Mr. Wylock.
Let me explain. Vinny got made earlier that day. We were going over to celebrate. The ceremony happened. We ordered our beats. We all go home happy. We walked in and he was dead.
And you, Mr. Franco?
It's just like Mr. Locke said.
You are a known associate of Mr. Locke, are you not? Is that a nay?
We need you to repeat that, Your Honor. We lost you.
I ain't so
Was
good
that
at
a nay?
hearing.
You are a known associate of Mr. Locke? You are a known associate of Mr. Locke. Technicians, check the thing. We need to find out what's happening here.
See,
Were you
how
a
could you
known
get me
associate
inside the
of Mr.
building? You
Locke?
can't even get a call going. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up, Mr. Ledecky. Are you hearing me?
I
Are
hear
you
what you're
hearing
saying.
me?
I hear what
Yes.
you're saying.
Got you
It's in and
now.
out.
You hear what I'm saying? Okay. So, you guys are in the corridor outside Vinny's apartment. It's dark, badly lit, and there's grime on the walls. Everything is damp because it's been thoroughly raining outside. Now, Wylock, you sense that something is wrong. You've been knocking on his door now for like 2 minutes, and he would normally come rushing to the door because you're his favorite cousin. So, what do you think you should be doing at this point?
I kind of look back and forth with my partners here and wonder if we should bang down the door. And I,
So,
asking
Bruce
nod.
Ledecky?
Yeah, I mean, Vinny got made, so, we got to celebrate. Maybe he's passed out.
That could be. He does that. All right. Vinny, we're coming in. And then
Okay. Do
I
you want to
asked,
do anything, Franco?
I'm just standing silently by Mr. Locke's side.
Okay.
yeah, I give him the nod. I give him the knowing nod to bust open the door.
Okay, so to bust open the door is difficulty 1. It's a physical check. So, Bruce Ledecky, physical check.
All right,
You're
so
rolling
difficulty
D2s.
1.
Oh no, I meant I gave the nod to my bodyguard.
Yeah,
Ah,
he's letting
Sorry.
Seth handle it.
Seth, then you need to do the physical check.
All right.
So it's D2s.
And I have no bonus, so I'm just rolling a D2.
Correct.
That's 1.
Correct.
1 through 3 is 1. 4 through 6 is 2. That's a 1.
So you succeed. The door just flat falls straight down. The smell of blood hits your nose as you see the darkened apartment ahead of you. Bruce Ledecky.
Oh shit! What the hell happened in here? Vinny! Vinny! Yo, you see Vinny? Where's he at?
I don't know. Is there a hall? There's a hallway over here. I'm gonna go down the hallway. Elves have a heightened sense of smell or something, right? Sure. So I'm gonna follow that.
So you're going into the apartment?
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
stay outside and cover the. I'll go down the hallway and like look around the stairway, exit. Anybody coming into the hall, just kind of keep
so
a watch
roll
out.
Senses check. Difficulty 3, which is
Difficulty
D6s.
3. I got a 4, so that's a fail, correct?
Fail. So you don't hear or see anything.
Okay.
So Seth Franco.
As soon as Mr. Locke goes inside, I'm right on his heel. I'm covering his 6. I've got my firearm pulled out.
Okay. So you enter into the apartment, and the smell of blood is very, very rich. As you enter into the living room, you find a gory scene where your cousin Vinny is draped over the coffee table. Clearly he has been eviscerated by some kind of bladed weapon. You see the lights of the city outside the window and the rain pouring down the glass. And the sort of mottled effect of the lights just sort of springs over all the walls, making the scene even more horrible. Bruce Ledecky, can you please do a senses check difficulty 2? That's D4.
Yes, can. I got a 1.
So you successfully hear that there are a lot of footsteps coming up the stairwell, but they are probably about 7 or 8 floors down. You are on the 38th floor. While
Oh shit!
you notice that Vinny is still, there's a bit of breath still coming from him. His chest is slowly heaving. I can't hear you.
Now? Yeah, I see Bruce is on edge, so I draw my sword, look around, then I get down close to Vinny, and I say, "Who did this?"
And he opens his eyes as blood sort of out of his mouth, and he holds up his hand where he's gripping something. Get to Mr. Hong. Please.
Mr. Hong?
And he expires.
And I look around at Bruce and Seth Who's Mr. Hong? Do you know who this is?
No, but this
Seth?
is smelling like a setup. Why?
All right, and
Seth
then I look.
Franco?
Is there a fire? Oh,
Is there anything you want to do, Seth? Jake?
Sorry, you were cutting out again.
Okay. Is there anything you wish to do, Jake?
I'm just standing there covering Mr. Locke 6.
Okay.
People
Roll
with
a
bigger brains
census
than me
check.
can figure this stuff out.
Roll a census check difficulty 2. It's D4s.
Senses. So that's a 4 on the die. I get a +1.
So you get a second dice.
Oh. All right. That's a 2 on the new die.
could
So
I?
you can use a story value to change that to a 1 if you wish.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you've reduced from story value from 3 to 2. You hear the unmistakable sound of lawkeeper drones thundering on the window. So at the moment it's a slight vibration, but you know that they're probably coming up from lower levels towards where you are.
Mr.
Bruce
Locke.
Radecki.
I
Mr. Locke,
rush
we got
back.
static coming.
At this point, I'm going to leave the staircase down the hall. I'm going to rush down the hall, turn to the knockdown door of the bloody room, look over at Y and Seth, and be like, "Yo, boys, this is set up. We got to get out of here right now. They coming up from the stairs as we speak. What's the plan?"
Wylock.
All right, is there a fire escape or something? Does anyone see?
You can do a mental check, difficulty 1, which is D2s.
And no bonus. It's a 1.
So you remember that down the further end of the corridor you saw an exit sign earlier when you were approaching the apartment. So from the opposite stairwell. So you know that there is a fire escape.
Do I know how to get to it
Yes.
from this room? All right.
Yes.
I say follow me, and make our way
All right,
towards
so
it.
you bolting down the corridor. Seth Franco.
Wherever Mr. Locke goes, I'm there with him.
All right, so you locked
Can I
and
use
loaded.
Can I use a story point?
Yes, if you wish.
All right. So basically, what I'd like to happen is some form of something to bar to like close the door in on the stairwell and bar it with maybe like an axe or something that I don't know, anything that is around any type of long object that I can see or grab from Vinny's room as we leave. I basically want to slam the door on the the stairwell and bar it.
So you see as you're exiting the apartment, just in the kitchen doorway, there is a mop. And it's one of those industrial mops that's made of metal.
Perfect.
While he's doing that, as I walk down the hallway, is his bedroom there that I could ransack real quick, try and find something on Mr. Hong, some kind of paperwork lying out, something that might lead to some kind of deal that he was into?
Do a census check difficulty 3.
And can I have Seth help me with it to cover the room quicker?
Sure. So you get a bonus dice from Seth. So you whatever your senses are, plus 1 dice from Seth.
I heard bonus from Seth, and then...
So you get however many senses dice you have, plus 1 from Seth.
Got it. So 2 dice. What was the difficulty?
Is 3, so it's D6s.
A 1 and a 2.
So you succeed.
Oh, yeah.
So you effectively find like on his bedside table, there is a whole bunch of data information on like an iPad type thing, and it's got some details about Mr. Hong, and it's going on about him being a rival crime lord, and it's against your family. So it's not someone you would normally deal with, and he's much higher up in the echelons, so that's why you've never had to deal with him. You don't know who he is. So in the whole stratosphere of the way these metropolises work, he's much higher up the pecking order. So you find out a little bit as you're running along, you're taking the iPad with you, and you're kind of just scrolling through the information, and it starts to show that he owns various hotels and restaurants and things throughout the city. So Jake has helped you with this. He's helped you assist you with this. So you're running down the corridor, you're getting to the fire escape. You three stand accused, and you're telling me these lies, because outside the building were the lore-keeper drones who scanned the apartment, and we saw you there, and none of this rings true.
Look, if you play back the tape, all right, I just had a mop. I was just there to clean up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I was doing. I was barely in the room. I wasn't even in there. I'm just saying. I was just there to clean up, Judge.
The mop does ring true. We do have that on the footage. But why did you exit in such a hastily manner if you were innocent?
Well, see, there was
Why
another
not wait
birthday
for
party
the
we had to get
law-keepers?
to, right? We had to hop in on one of our Raptor 7s, right, from Tyrocorp, and it was another party. That's it.
Your Raptor 7 had been impounded for being illegally parked 5 districts away 2 days prior.
All right, so maybe it was somebody's Raptor 7.
Somebody. We'll see. So it was that you say that you went down this here fire escape while being pursued by lawkeepers from the 8th Division. And
What
then
would you
what
do?
happened?
The man was my cousin and I loved him. What would you do? I panicked.
Why did you not stay?
Yes, I ran.
Why did you not call the paramedics?
What would you do? I loved the man. I was in shock. What can I say?
Okay, so you're heading down the fire escape. It's becoming quite a mission because this is 38 floors up. And you hear a lot of commotion coming from upstairs, including the unmistakable whir of lawkeeper drones. In fact, one is several meters away, just one level above you, and it's hastily approaching your position.
Do these
Or
have?
about Sorry.
Are these like drones with exposed propellers on top, or are they smooth
Yes.
top like a Star Wars droid?
No, they've exposed propellers. Okay, Bruce Ledecky.
Am I seeing these drones as well?
One of the drones further up, yes.
I look over at Y and I look over at Seth. Yo, I mean, should we take him down? And I kind of hold up my pistol.
Wylock?
It's a drone. It's unmanned.
Yeah, it's a small little, frisbee-sized drone.
Oh. Okay. All right. I was gonna say let's jump on one. All right.
3 story points, please.
That'd be a grand escape. All right. Yeah, and I throw a nod to Seth also.
Okay. So you're all going to fire. Just which weapons are you going to be using?
Pistol.
Pistol.
Yep. Jake?
Laser pistol.
Okay. So you all are going to be getting the same advantages. So I'm going to allow you to aim for 1 turn. So that's going to give you 2. It's close range, which gives you another 2, which is 4. You get your base, which makes it 5. Opponent is unarmed, which makes it 6. So if you look at the combat score and protection value table, a 6 means D4s. So you roll you get a single dice plus your bonuses in proficiency as extra dice.
Sorry, how'd you end up there at the D4?
So you get advantages for various things. So it's close
Right.
range, and you've taken a turn to aim. It's unarmed, and you get a base advantage as well. So that's what gets you to difficulty of so a combat score of 6, which is D4s.
So we roll 6 d4s, is what you're saying?
No, no, no.
Or
you
the
roll
challenge rating is
D4s.
6, so it is a d4. Got it.
Correct.
And we roll 1 or 2 of them since we're proficient in our
If
weapons.
you're proficient in it, you would then roll an additional one, so you'd have 2. Yeah.
Got it.
3 and a 4.
1 and a 2.
So you
2
hit
and
it.
a 4.
So Bruce Ledecky hits the. So you get a success. You fill in the little thing for your success. So you hit the drone, and it starts and veers out of control, hits the wall, and it comes to a stop on the landing above you.
Awesome. Yo, did you see that? Right there. Bam! Got him. First shot.
Yeah. Good shooting. Let's bring it with us.
So out of the drone that is sputtering, a red light appears.
Oh shit. What does that mean?
Not good. Is it beeping or just a red light or?
You just see a red LED in the center of the drone come on.
It turned on.
On.
Do we recognize that as something that's a thing that they do?
You do not know what this means.
Who's closest to it?
Ledecky.
Never, I run up and kick it off the catwalk.
Okay. So you kick it further down the stairs?
No, I'll kick it off the catwalk, off the skyscraper.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Okay, yes. So it goes sailing down the stairwell, and you hear a ting, 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 ting as it goes down.
All right.
Nice.
From up above, you hear a lot of footsteps.
Oh shit, they're still coming. Where to next?
I turn to Seth.
We need to get out of here, Mr. Locke.
Yeah, what's your idea?
His footsteps are only coming from up.
Above, yes.
Looks like down's our only way.
Yo, you want to break into one of these windows and try to cut underneath?
Yeah,
We're
go.
on a fire extinguisher, right? So let's go down I want to go down like 6 flights and break the window. Then I want to go down 2 more and break another one, and then go in the second.
Ooh, nice.
So break
Okay.
one and then go down 2 more floors and break into that room.
All right, so you head on down the fire escape, and you break the first window, and as the decoy, and then go down 2 more, and you find an open window. So you manage to go in without breaking the second window. It was at this point that the lawkeepers were decoyed by you gentlemen, and you waylaid the apprehension of yourselves to later. So we come now to where you arrived at the base of the building, and that is where you met Mr. Chalto. So you get to the bottom of the fire escape in the alleyway, and out the front of the alleyway, through all the rain and puddles and everything, you see a guy breaking into a car, and you recognize him as your buddy Chalto. He hangs out at the club with you guys on a regular basis, and you know he's a car thief.
We know he's
Do
a
a
cop.
census check. All of you, difficulty 2.
You said we know he's a cop?
You know he is a car thief.
A car thief.
It keeps-
I think he's saying car thief. You know he's a car
Okay.
thief.
Car thief, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So what? I'm sorry, Gareth. What are we rolling for here?
Senses.
That's
3.
D4s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fail.
2 and a 3.
Failed Wylock?
Yes, 3.
Okay. So you, Bruce Ledecky, what do you wish to do?
Sholto! Yo, man, hey, listen. Listen, we're in trouble, man. We need this Raptor 7. We need it bad. Help us out, man.
But this
Can you
is
get
a
it going?
Raptor 9, bro.
A Raptor 9, man. Man, look at the spoiler. It's a Raptor 7. What the fuck is wrong with you? Listen,
no,
anyways,
no,
the
mate.
point
The
is...
Raptor 9 is a much better model. The spoiler, completely different, bro.
Look, whatever it is, all right? We need this one, all right? Help us out, man. Help us out.
No, man, I
Yo.
saw this Raptor first, bro.
Listen,
As he, like,
I-
unlocks the door.
I want to intimidate him. I want to pull him in tight, hold my gun up to him. Sholto, I'm sorry for this. Motherfucker, we're taking this Raptor.
Okay.
I step forward.
I'm not even going to make you do a check. He just like, yo, okay, motherfucker, there's no need for you to stick no gun in my face, bitch. But I have one condition. I'm driving.
I look back at Wylock and Seth. He does steal
Yeah.
cars.
I know these motherfuckers can't drive.
I look to Seth because he knows the ground level better than I do. So I look for him as, do I trust him kind of thing.
Perfectly honest, I trust his driving better than I trust Ledecky's here.
You
No
see that
offense.
beard nose.
I'm going to remember that one. And I just dive into the car.
Okay.
I look around for the drone first. Did it land here by chance?
Do a senses check, difficulty 1.
Hey, what's going on?
All right.
All right, the last thing we... Okay. Not a problem.
Even though you were disconnected from the stream, we will commence this recording as post-haste as possible. So, you 3 gentlemen, we're getting into the vehicle with Mr. Chalto.
Right. So you said I passed the census check. I was looking for the possible remnants of the drone.
That's when you were scanned by 3 lawkeeper drones in the vicinity of the building.
So I don't find it.
You see 3 lawkeeper drones hovering above the car.
All right. So I don't know how far they've gotten to the car, but we can't get away if they're gonna see exactly where we went. So we need to aim for them again, and this time I want one taken alive. So I draw my longsword. I chose pistol and longsword.
Yep. Okay. Jake, Seth Franco.
I'm going to take a careful aim with my laser pistol.
Alrighty. At this point, from the front door of the building, 3 lawkeeper enforcers, so gentlemen dressed in heavy armor, carrying laser rifles, emerge. There they are!
Oh shit.
Shelter.
So
What the fuck you guys into?
mid stride, I go, and then 180, and we dive for the car as fast as we can, or for the Raptor.
I'm gonna assume that I'm in like the front passenger, and I'm gonna pull up and kind of stick out of the window, hold my gun up right at the guys, hesitate for a moment, and then just get back in and be like, "You're gonna have to fucking run them over because there's like 3 of them."
All right. So the 3 guys who have noticed you, they're now raising their weapons. These gentlemen are armed. You see all 3 drones above. A red light comes on each of them, and they spread out.
Are these like sentient, or are these robots, or do we know?
Automated drones. But you
Oh.
know that the enforcers are basically almost cybernetic.
Oh, I thought they were people. Yeah, if they're drones, let's kill these bastards.
All right, can I spend a story point?
Sure.
All right, I have an EMP grenade. I keep 2 of them on me. I used one a few days ago, but I've got one now. So I want to dive behind the car, and so Bruce is already in the car, and then Seth, I would motion for you to dive for cover too, and I want to throw the EMP grenade.
Okay. So you're throwing it at the 3 guys?
Yeah.
Alright. So they will be considered close range. And this is just to get it into their proximity. You have close range, which makes it 2. Base of 1 is 3. And we'll give you surprise as well. So that makes it 6, which is D4s.
Okay. So I get 1 die plus any bonuses, but I'm not proficient in EMP grenades, right? So.
Single dice.
Okay, physical doesn't count?
No.
Okay. 2, which is wait, so a D4.
You're only looking for a 1. Now what you can do is you
Right.
can use a story value point to turn that 2 into a 1. Another story value point.
Well, since our Raptor is right nearby, I'm gonna have to. This thing needs to get where it's going, so I'll burn another story point. Yeah.
Okay. So
Force
the
of will.
EMP grenade scuttles to the feet of the law enforcers, and the one in the middle looks down. Oh no! And it and they're now just sort of like, and all the lights go out. Shelter's like, dude, what the hell are you doing using an EMP grenade near the car? How the hell are we supposed to get out of here? So he like dives underneath the dashboard. And he's like, oh man, I gotta fix this motherfucker.
Oh, it took out the Raptor too.
All right, I'm gonna pop out. Yeah, you just worry about that. Look over at Seth and be like,
hits you on the head as it lands, as it comes down.
That's exactly what I'm doing. You Seth, help me out with these fucking drones. Is it close enough to melee?
Yeah.
All right, can I have a staff. I don't really know how convenient that is. Can it just be like an extending staff kind of deal, and then just whap the crap out of it? Let's do it.
Yep.
Do I need to initiative or?
So you're attacking the enforcers or the drones that have dropped out of the sky?
The drones, if I can. If the drones are close enough, let's do that.
Yeah, they've basically fell out of the sky. One hit you on the head.
Okay, so maybe I'm a little confused. Are they still like out and about, or did the EMP take them all out?
Dropped from the sky. They've landed on the ground and they.
I do nothing.
Okay.
All right, Seth. Seth, you still good with computers?
Good enough.
I want you to take this data slate we found in Vinny's room, hard-coded on here, and hide this thing somewhere. And I'm pointing to one of the 3 drones. To reroute the thing and somehow use it as a storage or somehow stow it away. this information.
All right. I take the data from them, and I'm going to attempt to encode the data on this drone.
So it's education, difficulty 3. It's D6s.
How many D6s? Just the one?
Plus whatever bonuses you have in education.
So just the one. And that is a 1.
There you go. So you successfully achieve rerouting the data module inside this drone, which is dead at the moment. So Wylock, do a mental check, difficulty 1.
A 4, so a 2.
2. All right. Mr. Ledecky.
I'm just gonna kind of sit there and watch my boy Chalto try to get this Raptor 7 back up and running.
He's run around to the front of the car. He's popped the hood. He's basically, you just see his legs flailing out the back of the front of the car. He's like, I can't believe these motherfuckers.
Yo, quit your bitching and get this thing going.
You know who I am.
Yeah, you low level, man. All right. You hear the unmistakable whir of drones approaching and the thunderous roar of an assault chopper.
Shit, this is getting serious. They got the choppers out.
Yeah.
Yo, how much longer,
Right.
Chalto?
Motherfucker, I'm working as fast as I can.
I yell at him, you get it done, there's 5,000 credits in it for you tonight.
Holy motherfucker. And then you hear the engine come to life. All you need is a little bit of inspiration. So he drops the hood, jumps into the car, and so you all pile into the car, and you see in the rearview mirror, around the corner comes this assault chopper vehicle thing with rockets on it. Where to, motherfuckers?
Away from
Anywhere
the
but
chopper,
here.
man.
Anywhere
Go,
but
go,
here.
go.
I look back.
Hold on to your stomach. We're going Z drive on your ass. So he hits a button on the dashboard, and usually in a Viper 7, this is a ground vehicle. But a Viper 9 has a special Z-axis drive, which he pushes this button and this other console comes out, and there's this little geary thing, and he pulls down it, and the car lifts off the ground and vertically goes up like 38 floors in a matter of 2 or 3 seconds. So your stomach feels like it just went from your feet, and as it gets to the apex of the of its rise, you know, your stomach comes back to your throat.
Obligatory. Where we're going,
This is how you
We don't need
drive, motherfucker!
I'm like reeled back in my chair, and I kind of look back at Seth. Seth, yo, they're not gonna shoot us down, do you think?
You see a rocket fly past the car.
If we keep sitting here, and I prod Chalto with my laser pistol.
I'm on it, and basically the car begins this dive descent towards the and he's now flying through buildings, rain pouring off the windscreen, and there's rockets flying towards the ground, so it will not fire at level. So the chopper has risen above the car and is firing towards the ground. But these are manned choppers, so they're not exactly the best shots. However, there is a 1d6 chance that the car is hit by a rocket on a 1. I'm rolling that now. And unfortunately, it is a 1.
Mm.
So
All right,
the back of
I
the
would
car
like to
is
use a
impacted
story
by
point.
rocket.
Can I use the story point,
Use the
Gareth?
story back? Absolutely.
All right, I would like there to be some sort of a large car garage or something with a whole bunch of other vehicles in that we will spectacularly crash into. Yeah, go nuts. That's what I want my point
Hang
for.
on, motherfuckers, we're gonna park the hard way. So the car flies in through the side of this parking garage and smacks into a wall. Thankfully, in this modern age, everyone has automated seatbelts, so no one gets killed. Charlto is already out of the car and running. I ain't hanging around for you motherfuckers.
All right, I trip him, and then I turn to Seth and hold out my hand as if to give me the drone. And then if he does,
Of course.
and then I say, listen, another 5,000 if you deliver this to Lenny on the north side.
Man, motherfucker, I don't have time. I have to get cars to Mr. Hong's people by the end of the night. Otherwise, I do not get paid. Even though you're giving me a whole strip load of credits, I don't know where these credits are coming from. I'm working for the other side, motherfucker.
I draw my sword and put it to his neck, and then I turn to Bruce and I say, talk to him.
Yo, Wylock, what's wrong,
He said
man?
Mr.
I mean,
He said Mr. Hong.
who the fuck is Mr. Hong?
What do you mean, who the fuck is Mr. Hong? Mr. Hong's people are the ones who run the whole car rigging brigade in this entire metropolis.
Yo, I move drugs, motherfucker. I don't peddle cars.
Fuck you and your powder, motherfucker.
I mean, I got nothing to say here. Why? Do what you need to, man.
All right, I asked Seth to put a boot on his head, and then I tell him, find it. I want to know where Mr. Hong is. I'll be over here, and then I walk a few feet away.
So it looks like I'm going to be intimidating Chalto.
So do a social check, difficulty 1.
So that's a D2.
Yep.
And I have a social bonus. So I get another die. A 5 and a 1. So
1 is successful. Okay. You had me at your beard. Alright, motherfuckers. I do not know Mr. Hong personally. That motherfucker is on the 38th floor on every fucking building, motherfucker. That is high up, bitch. I ain't gonna be able to give you Mr. Hong, but, you know, I know a guy. So he kind of like is motioning for you to like take your foot off his head.
I'll take it off a little ways. Ease the pressure.
You need to speak to Eddie Noodles, man. He's my connection to the Hongs.
Where is Noodles?
Man, why you have to get me embroiled in all your shit?
I want to bend over or bend down and I imagine from taking a shot not too long ago, the barrel of my laser pistol still warm, and I'm going to press it to the side of his face and just repeat myself.
Do what
Where?
my daddy did to me, motherfucker. That is some hurtful shit.
I don't care about your daddy. Where is Noodles?
You don't know who my daddy is and what he does. He's an evil motherfucker, man. That's why I steal cars. Okay.
I'm gonna
I get you, son. I get you. I'm gonna show you how you get to Eddie Noodles. He gets you to Mr. Hong. But Mr. Hong, he's high up. He's like 95th floor shit. Now you gotta know. You gotta go down South Street, corner 125th, and you gotta look. There's a like a doorway down the alleyway there, and that doorway gets you down into the old conduit tunnels. Now nobody goes down there anymore, but you follow this, and he like takes a handkerchief out of his thing, and he's just sort of using a black texture that he's got. He just sort of draws a loose map on the handkerchief. You follow these, you come to a door, and then he pulls a card out from. He says, "You use this key card, and that'll get you in, and then you'll find Eddie Noodles. But I ain't not doing any more shit for you motherfuckers."
I take the key card and hand it back to Mr. Locke. And then I look at him with that look that says, "Are we done with him?"
So
Is he free to go?
He wipes his nose with it and gives it to you.
I take a moment and I don't like it. I want you to put him in one of these. And I point to the trashiest looking car that I can find.
Oh,
Knock him out.
Not a BMW.
Ooh, I own a. Do you know that I drive BMW? Knock him out, tie him up, put him in there for now.
That was a lucky guess, by the way. So you tie up poor Cholto and stash him in the back of a close by car.
Yep.
So
I don't want him
at
running
this
these.
point, you are telling us that you had nothing to do with the death of Vinnie Terralto, and that Mr. Cholto sitting in our other witness box is lying when he said he had nothing to do with your escape.
Yeah. Looks like you got ears, because that's what we saying.
We know he can be bought. I bought him for $5.
Oh, Barry, you bastards!
We already know he can be bought. I bought him. Who knows what happened between then and this trial? I don't know who he's talking for.
Motherfucker. All right. So, I assume you want to follow these directions.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that we jack another BMW.
Okay. So you find another car that you can jack into. You just need to do an education check difficulty 2.
I got
Who's doing
nothing
that?
for you.
I imagine that's probably me. You said difficulty 2?
Yes, D4, sorry.
Roll the right die here. Start fiddling around with it, and that's a success.
So you find a beautiful quality ground vehicle BMW style. You are now inside the BMW and making your way outside of the parking garage.
So we have like a moment here.
Yes.
All right, so I turn to Seth and say, how you doing? You doing good?
Doing all right.
Yeah, you're doing good tonight. Listen, you get that thing working, and as soon as you can, I'm pointing to the drone. As soon as you get it working, you relay it to Lenny. You got it?
Got it.
Good.
So, who's driving?
I'll drive.
All right. So, are you following the directions to go to this point?
Yeah, I'll pretty much look over to Y. Where to, Mr. Locke?
And Do I have the napkin with the directions?
Yep.
All right. Here, but take the back ways.
The back ways?
Yeah.
What, you don't trust Chato?
I'm just saying there's a lot of heat on the main roads right now. Go the back ways.
Yeah,
Come
no
on, what's the
problem.
matter with you? Use your
Look,
head.
all I'm saying is I spent a couple years downtown with him, you know what I'm saying? Word is, he's actually a pretty honest guy, man. But I'll take the
That may
back roads
be.
for you.
It may be, but I don't have the luxury.
I take off. Yo, what do you think is up with this Mr. Hong? I ain't never heard of him before. Am I just that out of the loop or what?
I ain't either. Seth?
Now, if Choto's to be believed and he's 95th floor, I ain't surprised none of us ain't heard of him.
Yeah, that is kind of fishy. I'll take the back ways.
All right, so you arrive at the location. You did notice a few drones buzzing around, but it doesn't look like they followed you in any way.
I kind of coast, I want to say cut the car off, you know, but you know, I'll kind of cut the lights and try to coast into an alleyway, a dark spot, someplace kind of out of the main traffic ways.
Okay. So you're just dumping it in an alley, in other words.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so you're about a block away. Obviously, it is still raining. So there's a lot of hustle and bustle. This city never stops. So it's a 24-hour day. There's no such thing as night and day in terms of commerce and trade and people, you know, even kids go to school at like 1 in the morning. So, you know, there's so many people. It's such a dense population that there's always people around. But this part of the city is, at this point, you know, there's only a handful of people on the streets.
I want to, like, I guess, evaluate. Have us all evaluate kind of who is about and, you know, anything suspicious.
Okay. Do a social check, difficulty 1.
Is that all of us?
Fail.
No, just Bruce Ledecky.
I got fail.
So you assume they're all ordinary citizens of the city.
We're parked in the car. We're near the alley that Charlton said. We're not out yet,
About
right?
a block away from that.
I want to ransack the car. Maybe there's something. I'd like for us to get a disguise or a change of clothes or something to help us out a little bit. I'll ransack the car on the off chance that maybe there's something that can help us.
Okay. Do a...
Actually,
mental check. Sorry.
Can I change my mind?
Sure.
All right. I want to set a contingency. I want to rig the car to explode if we need it to. Just for later on, just in case.
All right.
Can either of you help me with that?
Education difficulty 4. Anyone can make the check, but only one person can make the check. It's D8s.
Nah, boss, I don't got nothing for you.
You know, I had a couple semesters at community college, so that's a D8.
Community college?
Shut up, Ledecky.
Was it like UTA? Like UT almost?
UT, University of Phoenix?
Was ITT Tech. That's a 7.
So you assume that this car is rigged to blow.
All right, good job, Seth.
Yeah, look at all them books, what they did for you, man. Making cars blow up and shit. I bet your mama be proud.
At least I can read a book.
Who needs books?
Hold on 1 second.
You don't need books, you just need to know how to cut blow the right way. You know what I'm saying? You do just fine. Was that too dark? Was that too much?
Sorry, I'm just moderating here.
Oh, okay. You already picked up on what I was going to try to message you.
Yeah.
Troll in the dungeon.
Okay.
For those of you hanging out with us on stream while Gareth is moderating, be sure to check out his Patreon page at patreon.com/7DSystem, where you can support this incredible game that we're playing this evening.
That is what we call bribery.
He doesn't just peddle drugs. He peddles the very system.
Nice.
He's a meta dealer.
Would that maybe be worth a story value token?
Ah, there it is. All right. So you gentlemen are in the car. Well, you're exiting the vehicle. You hear the unmistakable whir of the lawkeeper drones nearby.
All right, no fucking around this time. Let's go for the conduits.
You got it, boss. Also, what's a conduit?
What's the matter with you?
Read a
What?
book.
That way,
Detective.
down the alley.
Jesus.
Sorry.
So you come to you come to the doorway that what Shelter described. The lawkeeper drones are buzzing around, but it doesn't seem like they've detected your position.
So it's like a hatch or something into the...
It's just a nondescript door.
Does it have a
Like it would
handle?
be like a rear access to a building or something. You know, like an emergency exit, but with no signage or anything on it.
Does it have a keypad type of thing or just an old school handle?
Yo, didn't Chal? I look over at Seth. Yo, didn't Charlton say something about this card sliding under the door, something like that, Mr. Noodles?
That's right.
Yeah, you said something about showing the key card. I gave that to
Yeah.
Mr. Locke.
All right, I pull it out of my pocket and I give it to Bruce.
Yeah, I got you. I go up to the door. And then I slide it underneath the door.
So as you're sliding it underneath the door just kind of opens because it's not even you know, it's just from homeless people coming in and out. This door is just stuffed. You get the
So the
waft
door's-
of stale air and that sort of particular ozony smell of like burning electronics.
Do we have a mundane, like a flashlight or the light from our PDAs or something like that?
Yep. So your UniDevs, your universal devices, basically the screen light is bright enough, and it has a little flashlight on the back.
All right, so what do we see?
So it's just a a concrete corridor that goes forward, and then there is a metal sort of ladder that's heading down at the end of the corridor.
No doors off of it or branched hallways?
No. There's a lot of trash and litter that's on the edges of the floor. There's a lot of grime that's smeared on the walls, and the unmistakable smell of urine.
Chortle did say this was the way down into the tunnels.
He did. He did say that. He did.
See what I tell you? I told you, he's a good guy.
That still remains to be seen. Hey, Ledecky, pick up that card.
Yeah?
Dumbass.
Oh, right,
I'd
right,
snatch
right,
it out of your
right.
hand. I snatch it out of your hand.
So I got confused. It had numbers and letters on it.
It has no writing of any kind on it. It's just like a white card with a magnetic strip on the back.
My statement stands.
I just shake my head and hand the card back to Mr. Locke. And I just kind of motion toward the decky to take point.
Yeah, I got you. I'm going to climb down. I'm going to pull out my pistol, and I'm going to climb down with pistol in hand.
Okay.
It's like a ladder, right?
Yeah, it's a metal ladder.
Yeah, I'm going to climb down pistol in hand.
Okay, so you get to the base, and there's water running along the floor, and you see a lot of electrical cabling and pipes and everything running along the walls. At intervals of probably 100 meters, there's old tungsten lights just fizzing occasionally. This is not maintained in any way, shape, or form. But you do have that electrical smell and the unmistakable stench of urine. Do a mental check, difficulty 3.
All of us?
All of you.
Fail.
It's a D8, right? Yeah.
D6s.
D6.
D6. That's a fail.
Fail.
Okay. So you look at the map, and you can kind of tell where you need to be going, and it's to the right is where you need to start heading off.
Yo, looks like we're supposed to be headed to the right, Mr. Locke. You want to follow the map?
Yeah, I draw my sword for good measure. But, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I'll take point.
All right. You going to do anything, Seth?
I'm watching the back. Got our 6.
So you gentlemen are now admitting to breaking and entering to government facilities in the form of conduit tunnels.
Yo, I mean, listen, you're going to have to explain exactly what a conduit is. I still don't really get it. I mean, it was a door, it didn't have a number pad on it, nothing like that. But, you know, maybe if you explained to me better what a conduit is, I could tell you if that's where we headed.
And the door opened. It opened on its own. Therefore, not breaking and entering, just entering. And the last time I checked, it's not illegal to enter a building.
I can second that motion. The door was not locked. Nothing was broken.
And we don't even know if it was a conduit.
We will get back to you and your breaking and entering charges that will probably be pending after this trial. So you are now heading down the corridors. The light from these lights above is not very bright, so you're having to continue to use your unidevs or universal devices. Is there anything particular you want to do while you're exploring, Cody?
No. Just want to kind of keep an eye out.
Wylock?
I want to rig an explosive. No. No, just keep an eye out. Hey, this is Blade Runner-ish, right? So let's just say my sword glows blue a little bit, just cause.
It's got like LEDs in the bottom.
Yeah, something like that. Sure.
Seth Franco?
I'm watching R6, but I've also got this. The whole time since we left in that BMW, I've been fiddling around with this drone that was hit by the EMP, the one that I transferred the data to, trying to get the thing to reactivate so I can try to transmit data.
Okay. Do an education check, difficulty 2. With D4s.
Be good to me. 4 is a success, right?
1 is a success. Okay.
Yes. That is a 4. So that's 4 successes.
So you continue to work on your project, not paying attention because you're paying attention to your fidgeting while walking through these tunnels. Okay. The unmistakable stench of urine is getting a lot stronger, and mixed in with that is really bad BO. When you hear echoing from all around a noise like
I kind of get into a ready stance with the sword ready and everything.
Yeah, I'm going to take out the staff.
I bump into the back of Mr. Locke, not realizing that he'd stopped moving as I'm fiddling around with this.
What's the matter with you? Pay attention.
You told me to get the thing working. Sorry, boss.
You can't walk and chew gum?
Obviously not.
So
And
you cautiously
Sorry,
continue
Jake.
ahead, and the corridor opens up as described on the map into like a large room where there's a lot of crossover of cables, and there's a furrow in the middle where there's a lot of water running down. It's like basically water is being channeled away from all the electrical equipment, and there's a lot of old scaffolding and things lying around, and there's just a lot of rubbish and crap everywhere. Do a mental check, difficulty 2.
Three.
4.
Wait, a mental check 2? Is that a D4?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, yeah, I got a 2.
Do you want to change that to a 1?
I do not.
Okay. So you enter into you're very cautious. You're entering into this chamber, and you recognize that this is sort of a makeshift living arrangement. And do a census check, difficulty 1.
Success.
Failure.
Failure on both counts.
Okay, so you sense movement coming from underneath sort of a piece of plastic that's over one of the scaffolding. And you also hear that noise has kind of stopped.
Are there any other exits in the room besides this hole in the ground?
There are 2 separate corridors other than the one you've just come out of. And you know that you're supposed to head through the north one, and the west one is open.
All right, I kind of nod to each of you for the 2 exits to go, as if to go and cover it. And then I approach the tarp and
What is vision like here, Gareth?
It's low light, so there's still these horrible tungsten buzzing. There's probably one at the top of the ceiling. The ceiling is probably 10 meters off the ground, and there is just the light from your unidivs.
So, I mean, like, if I'm not using a flashlight, I can't see? Is basically what I'm asking.
Just see. So it's like really dim tungsten light.
Okay, I understand.
10 meters.
There's so much crap on the thing protecting the light that not a lot is getting through, so it's like a faint glow, in other words. Alright, so Bruce Ledecky and Seth Franco each take a corridor. So you're leaving the one you came out of open, obviously. And Wylock, you are approaching this top. Cody and Jake, please do a senses check, difficulty 1.
I don't know why I keep checking. I still have no bonus to this.
I got a success.
You hear a noise from the ceiling. So, Wylock, you approach the plastic tarp, and I assume you're going to be pointing your pistol towards it and pulling it aside. Is that correct?
No, I was going to use my sword. My sword's drawn.
Okay, your sword. So you've got your pistol ready, and you're going to pull the thing aside with your sword. Is that correct?
I actually wasn't thinking to have my hand on my pistol, to be fair, but because it's not my style.
All right. So you got your hand on your pistol, and you're moving the plastic tarp aside.
Yeah.
Behind the plastic tarp, you see 2 dregs. Now, dregs, as in the dregs of society, are these mutant humanoid mismatch of creatures that everyone assumes are, just vermin. And obviously, they aren't seen in the streets. They hang out in sewers and things like this. And they are the lost ones to society. They are no longer a part of the society above. And they look at you and
Say, ho, 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 and I take 3 steps backward toward the middle of the room.
And above Cody and Jake, you see a giant spider crawling across the ceiling.
No, fuck! Fucking 8 spiders! And then, I mean, my instinct would be to just, like, put staff down, pull gun, fire, empty clip.
Would a giant spider be something we would be accustomed to seeing, or is this like completely outside of what our experience is?
You know that they exist, but, because the entire globe is spanned by urban encroachment, these things are rare, but they do exist in the world, and they're basically in the nooks and crannies of, the buildings and what have you that are unexplored or abandoned or, left to rot. So most of the mythical creatures of the past, dragons and so on and so forth, are either in zoos or they live in these decrepit conditions that, everyone is piled on top of.
Is this thing directly over me?
Yes. You would never have seen one of these before. You would have read about them or, heard stories or whatever, but you would never have actually seen one before. And this thing is big.
My reaction is less
Probably like
volatile.
2.5, 3 meters.
You'll have to give us that measurement in English.
Probably about 10 feet.
All right, thank you.
Maybe even more, actually. It's probably closer to about 15 to 20 feet.
I mean, my reaction, it really would be, Gareth, to, like, pull out the gun and just
Yep.
like empty the clip.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I stumbled backwards.
So, Cody, you are not surprised by the spider. Jake, you are not surprised by the spider. But, Bill, you are surprised by the spider.
Can I fail really hard here to gain a story point?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
You
go ahead.
describe to me how you wish to fail.
Well, I'm jarred by these two subhumans that were under the tarp. So I go a full-on Italian, oh! And I stumble backwards towards the hole that's in the middle of the room where everything is draining to. Right up to the edge, and I'm losing my balance. And look up, and also now I'm aware of the spider way too late. But trying to catch my balance, too. Is that bad
You
enough?
fail to balance and fall into the water.
Okay.
And you are now being washed down towards this gaping hole that goes through the wall where all the water is rushing. So you get an extra story value token. Okay, so Cody, this thing is massive. So you are essentially half the size. So that gives you your base, half the size is 2, close range is another 2, that's 5. It is unarmed, makes 6. So D4s. Now,
All right.
Pistol, which means you can rapid fire, which means you roll 2 shots.
Got it. Okay, so first shot is that one totally didn't landed on the keyboard. Fail. The second shot is a success.
Okay, so you hit the spider. Now, you need to roll 1 more dice, and this determines whether the gun jams on a 1.
One more D4.
Correct.
Okay. I have a 4, so it does not jam.
Okay. So if people can't hear me, I might be in the left audio channel. I know there's a problem with that. So if you need to be able to hear the left audio channel to hear me.
Gareth, are you on OBS?
Yes.
If you turn
My
the,
phone is mono.
it is on my. All right. Well, I got nothing for you.
Okay. So you successfully hit the spider. Jake, you also are D4s.
All right.
You're using a laser pistol, is that correct?
I'm using a laser pistol.
Yep, so D4s.
How many?
What your 1 plus however many you have in weapon proficiency.
Which is probably just the 1. Wait, is that the weapon? That's not the weapon value, is it? Or the ammo value? Okay, proficiency. Okay.
Yeah, your bonus.
I have
at the end.
Oops. I have proficiency in laser pistol. So 2 dice, both 1s.
Okay, so you hit the spider as well. So the spider has essentially taken 2 injuries. I just need to roll to see if it negates any of that. It does not. What you two both need to do is roll your ammo value check. So your ammo value, you look at the ammunition value of your weapon, and you look at the combat score table. So the pistol that you fired is ammo value of 2, so you roll d4s, and you shot twice, so you roll 2 d4s. If you roll a single 1, you run out of ammunition.
All right, first one I rolled is a 1.
Okay, so your gun, you've emptied the clip into this thing. Jake,
All right, I believe.
Sorry.
I believe the laser pistol has an ammo value of 8.
Okay, so that never runs out. So it's higher than 7, so it never runs out.
I like the way that sounds.
Okay. So the dregs that were underneath the top are venturing out. There's 2 of them. Okay, Wylock. So you are flailing around in the water. You need to do a physical check to attempt to grab onto the side or anything to stop being flushed.
I was going to try and ram my sword into the metal siding to get something to hold on to. Does that help at all?
I'll give you a bonus. 1 extra dice.
Okay. Sorry, what was the difficulty?
Difficulty 1.
Okay. So physical +1. So 1 plus the physical bonus, which is +1, plus the bonus you just gave me is 3 dice.
Correct.
And it's difficulty 1. Okay.
Correct.
There's a 2, which is a 1.
Yep. Okay, so you managed to stick your sword into there, and you're holding on for dear life now. You're still in the water. Okay, so the spider attacks. It drops down from the ceiling, and I'm going to randomly determine who it is. And it is Wylock. So
Can I spend a story? Can I spend a story point and dive in front of this attack?
Sure. So you're basically diverting the spider's attention, and he attacks you instead.
That's my job.
Yep. Okay. So his attack. Let's just work this out quick. Where did I put the sheet? Oh, there it is. Okay. So it gets base and drop from above. So that's 3. It gets a patience score, which makes it 4. And we're going to say that you are occupied, which makes it 5, which is d6s. It has a weapon proficiency of 2, which gives it 3 dice. And it successfully strikes you. It is double your size, so you take 2 injuries. Now, you can use your Kevlar armor to try and save. Your Kevlar armor is a PV of 1, so you have to roll a d20. On a roll of a 1, you negate all injuries.
I will try that. So I want a 1 on this D20.
That's right.
Reverse mojo. Reverse mojo. I'm not even kidding. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, that's silky smooth.
That's right there.
that is
First
close.
D20 rolled, and it's a 1.
Wow.
Was
Love it.
So you can't burn that dice now. So you negate the 2 injuries that it would have caused. The Kevlar armor, it's sort of, the claw on the end of its foot doesn't penetrate you because the armor on your chest plate diverts it. Okay, the 2 dregs. We're just going to roll to see who they attack. The first one will attack Wylock. The second one will attack Seth. Okay, so the one attacking Wylock, these things have only a single dice. They are practically mindless, but they get 1 ally bonus from the spider. So base combat 1, ally bonus, and occupied. So that's a combat score of 3, which is d10s. They roll a single d10. First one is a failure. The second one gets an extra ally point, so makes it d8s. Roll that one, and it's also a failure. So neither of those attacks actually hit you. So it is back to Cody.
Yeah, okay, so you said I ran out of ammo, but, am I, out forever, or is I got another clip I can reload it with, or what?
You are out unless you would spend a story value to say that you had an additional clip.
No. I've only got one of those left, so let's save that. Yeah, so I'm going to, it would be funny to just keep shooting the spider. But, yeah, I'm going to just pull out my staff and charge in over by Y and try to beat the shit out of the spider.
Okay. Alright, so you're charging. So
It's way too many fucking legs! And I'm just going to try to beat it.
So you get a base combat score of 1,
Okay.
You get an ally bonus of 1, so that's 2. You are charging, which makes it 4. And it's occupied, so that makes it 5 d6s.
Okay, and I have a 2 physical bonus, so I roll 3 of these.
No, you're using your weapon proficiency on staff.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. Yes.
It's all right.
I'm rolling 2 of them.
Yep.
Gotcha. I have a 1 and a 1.
Sweet. So you
Nice.
smack the spider, and the spider takes an additional injury. Okay.
Awesome.
Warlock.
All right. So I'm a half elf, right? So I am pretty limber, able to do Legolas type shit. So with my sword, I attempt to, swing myself up to get up on the solid ground and get my footing and rip the sword back out. That probably takes a whole turn, right?
Yep. Physical check difficulty 2. D4s. You're in
Okay, but I
rushing
get
water.
2 dice. So D4s. Okay, so a 2 and a 3 don't work.
Correct.
So it's story point or get washed away or just not be able to pull myself up, right?
Yeah, you kind of like you flick your leg over, but then you fall back down into the water, still holding onto the sword.
All right. Well, that's what got me in this. I might as well burn it. So through sheer force of will, I'll scream and just try and overcome the raging torrent and burn a
Using the
story
sword, are
point. Yeah,
All right.
to turn the 2 into a 1.
Correct. So you turn the 2 into a 1, so you are now out of the water, you have the sword, and you are now faced with a dreg.
Okay.
Seth Franco.
The spider's still in play.
Yep.
I'm going to take a shot at what looks like its head.
Okay. So its base score of 1, its close range gives you another 2, which is 3. You're half the size, so that gives you another 2, which is 5. It's busy attacking you. You have an ally bonus from Ledecky. So that makes it 6 d4s.
6 D4s.
No, it's a combat score of 6, which means you roll
Oh.
d4s.
Sorry. Okay. I'm like looking at all my dice here. I mean, I have 6 D4s here. I'll roll them. That's a 4 and a 3. After kind of getting hit and absorbing the blow from it last time, I imagine I'm kind of just firing wildly.
All right. So you fail to hit the spider as it sort of quickly dodges out of the way of the beam coming from your weapon. Okay. So it is the spider's turn. The spider has to do an emotion check because it has 3 injuries at the moment. So that means for the people watching at home that the difficulty is 3. So it has to roll d6s, and it has an emotion score of 2, so that's 3 d6s. And it fails. So the spider starts to scurry away towards the corridor from which you came. Is everyone there? Jake's.
Yeah, it looks like we lost Jacob.
Oh, I'm here.
Technicians!
Can you hear me?
Court proceedings should not be interrupted by technical issues.
Yeah, we got you, Y.
I'm going to reconnect the call.
Yeah, go for it. Oh! Oh no! Look at the streamers; they're disappearing. All the watchers.
They've all gone down the toilet.
Oh fuck! It's almost time for another plug. That's what we need to do.
He's wanting to score those story value points. I tell you
If
what,
you're in,
why don't we take a 5-minute break and then we'll reconnect?
yeah, sure, we can do that.
Okay. Okay. So you get to the end of the corridor and you swipe the card. And blip, you see on the little LED screen on the actual keypad there, it has the word code with a flashing cursor.
I turn to Seth and nod.
The hell does that mean?
Open
All
it the
right.
easy way.
Well, I guess I'm gonna pull a Han Solo here and take a shot at the keypad. I got your code right here.
Unless you got a better idea. I'm open.
Charlton didn't tell me no code.
I'm going to let you do a mental check, difficulty 1.
Mental difficulty 1.
You're aware he's shooting it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a 4 on the die. With the laser
Anyone else
pistol.
can do a mental check, difficulty 1.
1. 2, which is a 1.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll.
You choose not to roll.
Well, I mean, if he's got it open, then I'm not gonna roll unless you need me to.
Your rudimentary understanding of electronics and having been in the crime game a short while, you know that blowing away the keypad probably means you won't be able to open the door. As Seth raises his gun, cocks the hammer.
Hey, wait. My bad. Let's take a sec. Bruce?
Shit, I don't know. Is this supposed to get us into Hong's place? I don't know. What's he like? Cars? Being Asian? I don't know.
The door itself, is it like an in-wall door that slides into the wall, sci-fi kind of thing, or is it an old one like the one that got us in here?
It's a door that will open, so it will swing open inwards, but it is heavily reinforced metal.
Okay,
So
prying it probably
rivets,
won't.
You know, rivets and things. It's solid steel. So kicking it down is not an option.
What's the chance that I could hack this keypad? I say out loud.
I don't know. When's the last time you read a book on it?
Education check, difficulty 3.
I flipped both of them in the head like Three Stooges.
Education check, difficulty 3, no bonus. It just so happens that in my second semester at ITT Tech, it was in this very model of keypad as I roll a 1 on that check.
So you pop open the keypad and you move around a few wires, and the code comes up 0000, and you hear a clunk clunk as the door unlocks.
I just give Lidecker a what kind of look.
You know what? Vinny would be proud, all right? I got nothing else to say.
After
May he
you,
rest in
I think
peace.
I hear your. After you, Lidecker, I think I hear your mom coming down the tunnel.
Yeah? I see how it's going to be. And, I'll head on up. Hey, yo, you got any fucking ammunition? I'm all out. I wasn't carrying to go to Vinny's. You know, I thought we were going to pop some champagne.
Yeah, here you go. And can I give him some of mine? Since I generally don't use mine.
I'll give it to you.
I mean, how does ammo? I have 3 ammo. I have 2 ammo for the pistol.
Yeah, you basically, you have an additional clip, so you give him the additional clip.
Okay.
So when you run out of ammo, you run out of ammo. That's it. Which is what happened to him.
Oh, yeah. I kiss it. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, and I'll take point.
Ledecky, you take a point. All right. So are you all weapons at the ready, or how are you doing this?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have pistol out for sure. Is this area more lit up that I don't have to flashlight it all the way through? That we might be able to sneak through a little easier?
Well, you haven't opened the door yet, but there is a light above the door. That's a new light.
Okay. No time like the present. You want to do this fast or slow?
Fast.
Fast.
I'll go left.
So, nearest elevator we see, we take.
Got it, boss. 1, 2, 10. And I push the door open.
And you rush into the door, and there is a dimly lit stairwell going up.
All right, stairs. And I'll take point and I'll start walking up the stairs.
Okay, so you climb to the top of the stairs. This corridor is well lit. And you get to the top of the stairs, and there's an ordinary door at the top. It is closed.
It's
Let's
pretty
take a
much the only
listen.
way to go. Sorry.
You listening?
It's an ordinary door, so it's not thick steel. We try and listen. Presumably, this might lead to the mezzanine or an actual floor of the building. There might be people out there.
So do a senses check, difficulty 2.
All of us?
Yep.
No good.
2.
I failed.
You hear the unmistakable hum of air conditioning.
Sounds about right. All right, which one of us is the most respectable mook? Who's dressed
It
the
ain't me.
best?
You would be
It
dressed in
ain't Bruce.
All right, so between me,
sport jacket with
Well-
white trim.
I gotta wonder though. You took a tumble down in the Russian waters.
yeah, that's true. Maybe you should do it. Why don't you go through?
I still got my suit.
Get on it. And be nondescript.
Hey!
I'll open the door all casual like, but try not to
Okay.
look like I'm being all casual.
All right. So you open the door, and inside there is a room where there's a whole bunch of cardboard boxes piled around, and 10 to 12 guys pointing machine guns in your direction.
Fuck.
Hey!
And one of them just uses the machine gun and just sort of like motions for you to enter the room with the machine gun.
I was already coming in.
5,000 credits. If we had rigged an explosive, this would have been the time. All right, have they only seen Seth?
No, they can see all of you.
No. I sheathe my sword,
Seth
hands
has kind
up.
of walked into the room. He's ahead of you. You're all like Wylox, you're just behind him, and Ledecky, you are in the doorway.
I'm holding the gun up like this.
Yep.
And I'm just, that's it. I'm just holding the gun up. I ain't saying shit.
Wylock.
Yep. Sheathe the sword, come out, hands to my side. There's 12 of them, right, with machine guns?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm cornered here.
Sean, Seth, Franco.
You clearly got more firepower than I do, and I'm going to put my laser pistol inside my under jacket shoulder holster.
So, two of the guys break off and they move towards you, putting their machine guns away while everyone else keeps their guns trained on you, and they take your weapons and pat you down. Then the guy who motioned to you before motions to you again and turns and basically is telling you to follow him.
As they're basically patting me down, I'm like, yo, be careful with Clarence, all right? You know, that's a family piece right there. And as they kind of pat me down, you know, you got a big fucking spider problem. Somebody needs to do some shit about that, all right?
Fuck you.
Yeah, okay, there's that. There's always that.
So
How thorough was this pat down? How thorough was the pat down?
Were you attempting to hide something?
Well, at the beginning, I took of the weapon proficiencies, I took the laser pistol and the short sword, which is, I actually keep it on a sheath on my back under my suit coat. So it'd be basically parallel with my spine.
Do a physical check, difficulty 1, to have, while you were being searched, moving around, and they basically didn't check that part of you.
All right. You know what? That's a 2. I got 1 story point left. How important is this sword?
I got a question. Well, I should let you resolve first.
Screw it. They don't find the sword.
Okay. Wylock, you had a question?
Wow.
Yeah, we did characters earlier, and we didn't address magic or psychic or anything. Is that not a thing in either this setting or?
It's not as common as it would be in fantasy. You know that psychic ability occurs in the world. You know that exists. Magic, you know that used to exist. Whether it's still practiced or more, you've never met anyone who's practiced it.
Okay. Is it something that
your pay grade?
Okay. It's not something that can that exists naturally, that can be honed or can be sparked in a moment of high distress. So you may never. I'm thinking Wheel of Time kind of thing. You don't know what you can do, but then suddenly you do it, like a Wilder.
You need to discover through it, experiencing it. Psychic, you would be able to use innately, but the difficulty is extremely high. So you kind of have to describe what it is you want to do, and then I will, sort of see if that's a capability.
Well, I don't mean to do character creation in the middle of the game. So, all right.
It's okay.
Do I notice that Seth still has his short sword on him?
No.
I don't know. Okay. All right. So I follow the guy who motioned.
Okay. All right. So he leads you through a whole bunch of corridors and up a few stairs, and you eventually get into a lift. It's one of the... it's not an ordinary lift, it's the goods lift. So it's where, all the things that arrive in the building are transported. So it's quite large, and it fits all 15 of you in this thing. And you go up several floors, and eventually you open out into like an office area, and you're taken into like a boardroom sort of setting.
Hey, did we lose Jake?
Yeah.
Looks like we might have.
We'll just wait for Jake to return.
This is just a friendly reminder that you can follow all of these wonderful people here on YouTube. You be sure to check out youtube.com/ Mini terrain domain. I don't know what his thing is. It says channel with a bunch of letters. But check out mini terrain domain and
Put
Wylock's
together.
crafting vids. And of course my channel.
Taking 20. Don't
Take
forget
it-
taking 20.
I appreciate it. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. We're like 4 or 5 away. Maybe we can get there tonight.
All right. I'm gonna try and reconnect Jake here.
Also, don't forget to hit that like button.
The like button. Here we go. He's back.
Can you hear me?
Continue.
Good God.
Your
Technology.
attendance, Justice.
Can I roll to fix my Wi-Fi issues?
So I don't know how much you heard, but anyway, you were led through the building up an elevator. You're now in a boardroom setting. There are only 3 of these machine gun people standing in the room with you, and in walks a halfling. What the hell are you motherfuckers trying to break into our shit?
Do we recognize him?
No.
Oh, just sounds like it.
They all sound the same.
All right.
Yo, listen, we wasn't here breaking into anything. We're with the Exterminator crew, right? Pterodactyl B2s. That's our company name. And yeah, we're here to clean up your spider problem. That's it. That's all we're here for, right? They chased us down a little bit. You know, we lost a couple guys back in the tunnels. But you know, we're just here to clean up some spiders. That's it.
We don't have a spider problem.
You got a big mother.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if he
There
heard
he
that.
is.
Don't. We'll see if he watches it later.
I wouldn't
All right.
say anything and it wouldn't have been recorded. So we can continue on. It was probably jokes about my one-horse wonder when it comes to fucking accents.
No, we're actually enjoying that quite a bit.
All right, so you are now in this room with this halfling. And he walks up to Ledecky and he sort of stares up at you. I don't believe a word you're saying. Mother...
There's 3 guards. 3 guards here, right?
Yep.
One behind of each of us?
They're in the room with you with their guns trained on you.
Okay. All right. You know who I am?
Of course I don't.
You don't know who I am.
No, who the fuck are you?
I represent Lenny. You know Lenny?
Who
Northside?
the fuck is Lenny?
All right. I'm going to try and keep talking to him, talking nonsense, and try and build like a diversion so that the guards might train on me. Or how far away are they from us?
A meter or 2?
Okay. All right. To hopefully my compatriots get what's going on. So I'm trying to distract the entire room, really, just talking nonsense.
Do a social check, difficulty 3.
Ooh. 3. That's a failure. Nope. All right, so he just thinks I'm weird.
I am unimpressed with your skullduggerous nature. Nobody tries to win over Eddie Noodles. with this bullshit.
I'm more of a rice guy myself, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna say that.
He turns to you and says, "That shit will get you killed."
All right, enough. Where's Hong?
Why you gotta see Hong?
I just need to see him. Where is he?
Hong is way above your pay grade.
If we don't see Hong, a particular package with a particular package of information is going to end up where he doesn't want it. So can I spend a story point here?
Particular package.
I want to spend a story point, my last one, for Seth to have stowed away the PDA before we came up and got captured. Not the PDA, the drone with all the information on it from the apartment.
So he'd stashed it behind one of the boxes as you entered. He kind of like recognized exactly what was going on and kind of just dropped it behind a box as he entered the room.
All right, so I answer his question. Everything that you had going on with Vinny.
How do you know what we had going on with Vinny?
I'm his cousin. And we share everything.
Everything?
They're
Yeah.
thick as thieves, these two, if you get the drift.
Thieves they are, that is for sure. Vinny was into some hardcore shit. Well, what do you got for me?
Hmm. You're really bad at this in real life.
He's like, I
Never
haven't
be a
been.
gangster. I would just get shot. And I passed the mic too.
He's used to being on the other side of the screen. He knows where the story is going.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 20 years away. All right.
If you don't do something quick, I'm gonna pull a sword on this guy.
Maybe you should just do that.
You know what? Seeing Mr. Locke hesitating, and even wise guy, Ledecky doesn't have anything to say. I'm gonna try to draw my short sword and whip around, grab this halfling, and put the sword to his neck.
Okay. Physical
So
check.
how awesomely do I succeed at that?
Physical check difficulty 3.
Shoot, I don't have any bonuses on that. I'm a bodyguard with no physical bonus. And it's a 4.
His face!
So you swing around with the sword, and as you get to his neck, there's a sword in your way. So he blocks with his own sword. Motherfucker! I thought you motherfuckers checked these guys, and he pulls out a plasma pistol and just blows away one of the guys with a machine gun. I hate insubordinate motherfuckers.
Well, that sort of went better than expected.
Big hole in the guy's head, and there's, sort of the steam rising from the melted brains of this guy is just collapsed into the corner. Now,
this is like an office, right?
Yep. So now he's basically has no trouble with sort of blocking your sword and holding, and turns the plasma pistol back to you and says, "Now, tell me what I need to know, or you're going to get a hole in your motherfucking head."
Vinny's dead. You know that, right? Wait, what was his name? Which one? I made up a Lenny. Vinny is the cousin, right?
Vinny.
Vinny's the cousin. Lenny's the
Your cousin Vinny.
Oh shit!
All right.
He kind of like backs
Vinny's-
away. What do you mean Vinny's dead?
Yeah, dead. Earlier tonight.
Dead, finito, dead, like that guy right there, except less hole in his head.
Fuck, who killed him?
That's why we're here. We don't know.
How the fuck did you find out about us?
Sholto.
Sholto, did you say? I'm gonna kill that motherfucker.
I kind of cut an eye back over to Seth, like, yo man, what the fuck? Look,
How
if
do
it
you
makes
know,
you
John?
feel any better, if it makes you feel any better, you know, we kind of forced Sholto's hand. You know, don't go too hard on him. You know, he's currently taking a little nap in Lot B over on 5th Street, up in the parking garage, about 25 stories high. We put him in the back of a BMW.
Fucking BMWs. Fucking hate those cars. So he basically he pushes your sword away and he kind of like puts his away into its sheath, and he's still sort of playing around with the plasma pistol, but he's not pointing it at you. So I don't think we need to be fucking around anymore. How much do you know about what Vinny was doing for us?
Was Seth able to get anything from the slate before we?
No, so he wasn't able to download or transmit any of the data.
All we know is that he was mixed up with Hong.
Fuck, motherfucker's probably taking all that data down to his fucking grave.
What if he wasn't?
And he sort of like slowly stares up at you, and his pistol kind of like moves towards your direction. What do you mean, what if he wasn't? Or what if he hadn't?
My monitor just turned off. I mean, what if it wasn't? What is it that you care about so much?
Now the plasma pistol's been pushed under your chin from the guy who's like 4 foot tall. Do not hold back anything, or you'll end up like this dead motherfucker over here in the corner.
So I honestly don't. We don't
have a damn
Did we
clue.
get anything earlier? This was when we were having the audio troubles. Did we learn anything earlier?
You got the data cube from him.
Yes, but
into the drone.
right. But when we were ransacking the apartment, we had found some stuff. Had we had time to read any of it? I don't remember because we were having the
stuff about Mr. Hong, so it just gave you an idea of who he was and what he did. It wasn't like organizational information. It was just sort of like a Wikipedia article on him.
All right. You want me to show you? You drop these two, and you come with us. And I'm by these two, I mean the guards.
He's about to drop 7.
Syntax, Mr. Locke.
Okay. So he shoots the 2 other guys in the head, and they collapse to the floor.
I just meant leave them behind. Jesus, man, you're sick.
Well, fucking be clear next time.
I put my hands back up. Yo, if you need a cleaner, I know a guy.
Fuck you and your cleaner. Let's move.
All right, so I sort of nod towards Seth, and I guess we start to make our way back down where we know we stowed it.
You go all the way down to the room, and you in the cardboard box area there's a couple of guys with machine guns hanging around having a smoke who sort of quickly come to attention when Eddie Noodles walks in. Fucking lazy motherfuckers.
Tell them all to get lost.
Like nicely though, right? Like, there's no need to be changing the drapes out if you get my drift.
Get the fuck out of this fucking hole.
That's nice.
They scurry away. Now, you got what I need?
All right, show them.
I reach down and pull out the police drone that I stashed.
So he immediately sticks the gun underneath your chin and says, "What the fuck are you doing bringing fucking lawgiver motherfucking drones into my establishment?"
It's dead. Do you hear any static?
So he looks down and he realizes that, it's fucked. What the fuck are you doing bringing a dead lawkeeper drone into my establishment? Did you see a sign outside that said dead lawkeeper drones?
No, but we also didn't see any signs out there that said huge fucking spiders either.
Fuck you and your spiders, motherfucker. What the fuck?
Or short
Piece
assholes.
of shit. Fucking asshole motherfuckers.
Look, you want the data? It's on the drone.
How the fuck you storing data on a fucking cop drone?
I was trying to rig something up. I put the data in.
So he basically
It didn't get
motions
out.
with the pistol, saying, "Okay, fucking open this shit up."
I looked to Mr. Locke just to make sure it's okay to proceed. All right, I'll open it up.
So you crack it open and you disconnect the data cube and you hand it over to him. So he's like, looks it over and he sort of flicks it up and down. Okay, all right, you seem like good guys. All right, come with me. So you're back through the corridors into the service elevator. I just remembered what it's called. And going up, you are probably going up to floor 150 something. Elevator opens up and it's pretty much the emergency exit corridors of this floor, and he motions you to come through this doorway that enters into quite an opulent lobby level. Everything is marble, everything is gold inlaid. This is literally above your highest pay grade by 10 times. You've never seen anything this opulent before in your life. There's statues of all manner of people, and there's all kinds of mystical scroll writings on walls and famous paintings that you know are worth more than your family could ever have earned in the last 1,000 years. So he takes you through this opulent lobby to these giant walnut handcrafted doors that have all family insignias and all that kind of thing carved out of it from generations. And he knocks very gently on the door. The door cracks open and there's a little bit of a whisper to and fro that happens. And then he pops his head back and he says, "Okay, you guys just wait here a moment." And the door opens, he goes inside and the door closes. Bruce Ledecky.
Yo, you think this guy's on the straight and narrow? What do you think he was doing with Vinny? Something this nice gotta be more than just cars, right?
We'd have a hole in our heads at this point if he wanted to. I say we wait it out.
Yeah, waited out till when?
Let's just see what they have to say.
I just mutter under my breath. I've literally never seen anything this opulent before in my life.
All right. So a few minutes pass, and the door
While we're
opens
waiting.
again. Just yeah.
While we're waiting, are there any statuette, small types of gold things within eyesight that we might pocket?
Absolutely.
So we do. What are you gonna do? Just a little taste.
Okay. All right. So the door opens, and Eddie Noodles motions you in. He's holstered his gun, and you are led into this enormous office space. The glass window on the other side is probably 5 stories high. You can see over the entire city. Rain is hitting the windows and streaming down the windows. There is a lot of lamps that light the room. There's no central lighting on the ceiling. There is no one in the office except a dwarf behind a desk. And Eddie Noodle says to you, "This is Mr. Hong."
I kind of tense up a little bit.
What do you know about my cousin, Lenny? Vinny. Fuck.
Bum, 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 bum.
Center.
Wow.
What do you know about my cousin, Vinny?
Everything I need to know.
What were you doing with him? Why is he dead? Why are our mothers crying?
Do you have something for me?
And I look over to Noodles.
So Noodles takes this thing out of his jacket pocket and gives it to you.
So I hold it up. You talking about this?
And the statue.
All right, so I roll my eyes and pull the gold statue out of my
You hear
pocket.
Eddie Noodles saying, "Cameras, motherfucker."
All right, here's the statue. Is this what you're referring to?
So he motions for you to come towards the desk, which is like 20 meters away.
All right. Is there, you said it's a marble floor?
Yep.
All right. So I take a few steps forward, and then I prepare to chuck it hard at the ground, but hold here and say, "What is this?"
A fucking statue.
I'm not holding the statue. I'm holding the data cube, Gareth. To clarify, I put the statue down. This is the data cube.
It's what I want.
Okay, and I go, "Last chance."
Fancy pants?
All right, I look back at Seth to determine, did we get the signal out? Did we get it sent to our guys?
I give
We
you
didn't.
just
Back
a
with the
subtle
story
shake.
point on. Oh,
No, I never succeeded on that, I believe.
all right.
Give it to me.
Is there anyone else in the room?
Other than Noodles and the other guys, no.
The other guys?
As in Bruce Ledecky and Seth Franco.
Oh, there's no
Yeah,
guards.
other than me, man, I don't want to fucking die here.
All right, so I look around and take stock and realize that there are no other guards. So I take a few steps closer, and I put it on the table, and I look him eye to eye, mook to mook, and say, "I need to know why our mothers are crying tonight." And then I give it to him.
So the hologram disappears, and the real Mr. Hong steps out of the shadows.
Oh shit!
Ah, thank you. And he walks over and he picks up the data cube. Mr. Vinny was helping us immensely with our rivals, where they have been fishing around in things that they shouldn't be fishing around with, trying to take on the might of Tyrannocore, which, as you know, rules everything. We were making sure that we were not going to be cut out of the game. Your Vinny was instrumental in helping us do that. However, he had not finished this task, and the final set of data is on this cube. And he takes it and he plugs it into a little thing on the desk, and you can see there's like LEDs and shit underneath as the data is put somewhere on the data net. Now, I do not say this very often, but I am in your debt. Thank you. He sort of waves you out.
What kind of debt? Like 5,000 credits debt?
If that is all you want.
So, hold on. I'm unclear. What exactly happened to Vinny?
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah? Who did it?
Wasn't us.
You believe this guy? I'm looking at Bruce and Seth. You believe this guy?
Look, Mr. Hong, listen. Look, I know I'm just a lonely. Let's go with worker. I'm just a lonely worker in your world. But you know, surely a man of your stature could understand the trauma that we have been through tonight to help you reclaim this data cube. I mean, come on, you got to be able to point us in the right direction with what happened to Vinny. He was my boy. He was Mr. Locks.
Mr. Bruce Ledecky, apartment 357, level 65 of the Marhar Building, South Street, Northern District. Your mother is Lorraine, your father is Jerry. Do I need to tell you any more information that I already know?
Look, just leave Ma out of it, all right? She ain't done
Mother
nothing.
is safe. Are we clear?
As crystal as the meth I used to smoke.
Excellent.
Used to.
Inform your friends. And he turns and sits behind his desk and starts dicking around with some kind of holographic screen that you can't determine what the fuck's going on.
Yo, this dwarf is a fucking cunt, man. He better hope he doesn't come down to the club. You know what I'm saying?
Do a census check, difficulty 1.
Fail.
Everybody?
Pass.
Yes, everyone.
Pass.
It's difficulty 1. God bless America. Pass. I mean, fail.
So
I don't know why I said that.
You see in the distance through the rain the rising form of one of the lawkeeper assault choppers.
Oh, shit.
The rockets sidings coming out.
So we're in a massive office, right? Is there furniture, desks, that kind of thing?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to dive for cover.
You're an asshole.
And I yell.
He's that.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I was the only one who saw that.
That's right.
Oh. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's right. If you dive for cover, I'm diving on top of you.
Yo, listen, this dwarf motherfucker better hope he don't fucking come down to the club. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get him if I get a fucking chance to.
So I see it. I'm gonna whichever the way my two buds are, I'm gonna try and run that way and grab them, just to give them the idea to run with me, and try and get to cover, dive behind something, a pillar.
so Eddie Noodles he's like, what the fuck? He's already drawn his plasma pistol, wondering what the fuck you're doing. And he looks back at Hong, and he sees the chopper. And he's like, Hong, look out! And
Godfather 3.
at that point, you see a rocket come flying towards the window, and there's a huge flash of light, and glass is just flying towards your position. Luckily, you've just scampered out of the door as Eddie is shredded. There's just bits and pieces of glass just flying through him, and there's a huge shock wave of heat and glass, and the cold air from outside eventually wafts into the lobby where you are. As you stare back through the doors that are now pretty much hanging off their hinges, you see Mr. Hong still sitting at his desk as the brilliant shimmering of the personal shield is dissipating, and he stands up, and from underneath the desk he fucking pulls out the biggest fucking rocket launcher you've ever fucking seen, turns and fucking fires at this chopper. He dumps the rocket launcher out the window and comes running towards your position. Bruce Ledecky.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? And so I'll try to help it lock up and grab Seth. And as I want to basically run out of here. And right as I do, like I just anything like any of these little knick-knacky things, I just want to stash something heavy. Not about like value. Value would be nice, but like something I could bash this guy over the head with if I need to in the hallway. Arm myself with him in an elevator.
Okay. Warlock.
So he's charging towards us?
He's running towards your position. So he's fired the rocket, chucked the rocket launcher out the window, turned and run towards you.
Yeah, I follow Bruce.
Okay. Seth?
I want to try to grab old Noodles there. I don't remember what he had. A machine gun or a laser gun or whatever.
Plasma pistol.
Plasma pistols. He got shredded. I want to try to pick that thing up and grab it on the way out.
Sure. You have a plasma pistol.
All right. And I'm running after Mr. Locke.
So you are in the lobby, and you're trying to find where the door was, because the door basically, the wall, it looks like it's all part of the same wall, so you don't even know where the seal of the door is. Mr. Hong comes sliding into the lobby, and he puts his hand on a wall, and the wall just sort of opens up very, very quickly. And inside is like a huge cache of weapons and grenades.
And he's right there at it.
Yep.
And we're how far away?
3 or 4 meters.
All right, yeah, so I'm going to use my elfin dexterity and try and backflip my way over to just grab anything I can from the stash.
Okay. You can choose any sort of weapon you like.
Do they have melta-guns?
Plasma rifles. Or plasma cannon.
That'll work. Yeah, let's do that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's like everything you could possibly imagine in this fucking cache.
Yeah, so if he's firing at me, I'll try and dodge, whatever. I'll do some acrobatics to try and get over there.
He has just pulled out a plasma rifle and is firing back out towards this assault chopper.
Oh. Yes, okay. Yeah, I'll get the biggest thing I can. So I don't need to do all the tricky stuff. I thought he was chasing me. Yep. Okay.
He's got bigger things to worry about. Seth.
I would like to. I imagine as this door opens, I just kind of look at this little plasma pistol that I picked up, and I'm just kind of like, check it over my shoulder. I want to find the biggest machine gun looking thing I can find.
there's an autocannon.
That's what I'm looking for.
So that uses incendiary ammo, rapid fire, and is two-handed. The kind of thing they kind of mount on, assault choppers. Think Terminator
Wow.
2 when he kicks at the desk out the windows. Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Cody.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same thing, man. Something massive. I do want to snag a pistol. Like, I do want to put a pistol, like, in my belt. I'd love to find... I'd love to look for... Do I see an EMP grenade around? Because that was dope.
Yep.
Yeah, man. How many?
You can probably carry 5.
Dude. Yeah, man. I want 5 of those, and then I want to put a pistol in my belt pouch.
Just a standard pistol?
Laser pistol. Laser pistol.
Laser
'Cause
pistol, okay.
I don't want to run out of ammo again. But yeah, laser pistol, as many EMP grenades as you'll give me.
Right, 5.
Done.
So, Hong has taken up position by the door that's hanging off the hinges, and he's just emptying the power cell of this plasma rifle out into the skyline. And you notice that a second assault chopper has come in. The first one, from all the plasma hits and the rocket and everything, is basically falling out of the sky and breaking apart. The second one begins to strafe the building with its autocannons, and where you're standing, the wall starts to disintegrate as all these bullet shells just come through and just cut everything to shreds. Ledecky.
Yeah, dude. If I'm taking cover as much as I can, is it reasonable that I could throw a grenade towards the end of where that thing exploded, where the choppers are, and it would have a big enough blast range to just drain them and drop them?
You could. It would just be difficult, that's all.
Yes. That's what I want to do.
Physical check difficulty 4.
Okay, I have a 2, so I'm going to roll 3 D8s.
Correct.
Awesome. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Shit, I don't know what the odds are here, but they don't feel great, to be honest. An 8, a 5, and a 5 fail.
So the
Can I gain a story point and fail spectacularly?
you can fail spectacularly, absolutely. So you are basically stepping into the doorway to throw the grenade when it hits the top of the door and bounces back into the corridor, disabling all power weapons, and all the lights and everything go off. And you hear Mr. Hong say, "You dumb motherfucker."
Shit, man. I'm sorry, Mr. Locke. I'm fucking sorry.
What's the matter with you? So
Shit.
a plasma cannon is a power weapon, right?
Correct.
But like a Gatling.
Laser weapons and plasma weapons, etc., all power weapons. So Hong just throws the plasma rifle aside and pulls out a standard rifle and a pistol. Fucking
All right.
motherfucker.
I'll search the cache to see if there's some other conventional weapon. Otherwise, I step aside for Seth, who picked up, what was it?
A non-powered autocannon.
That's right.
As I'm grabbing this thing and just kind of hitting the few little in between each little thing as I'm readying it to fire, I'm just muttering under my breath, "Stupid non-college motherfucker! I thought you played football." And I'm gonna open up fire.
All right, so just a stream of ammunition goes flying out from Seth Franco towards the chopper as it veers out of the way. Still firing, so parts of the office are just, Matrix style. There's just bits and pieces of shit flying everywhere. Right. So Hong, runs towards the door. Now that the chopper's no longer firing in this direction, he runs past the doorway towards the wall where you guys originally entered, and he just touches the wall and the door slides open and sort of turns to look at you. Bruce Ledecky.
I'm going to just look at him and be like, fuck it. And I'm going to try it again. So same thing. I mean, I've already disabled everything, right? So let me.
Hey, shouldn't they?
Let me try
Wait,
to.
the elevator should be disabled, shouldn't it?
Yes.
It's right there.
Upstairs.
Yeah, we're on floor like 150, right?
The elevator is through another doorway, and obviously the actual electrical's up the top.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw another one. I got a 4, a 1, and a 1.
So you slide into the office so that you do not hit the top of the door this time, and you sail your jock heritage from high school when you played a little bit of baseball finally pays off as this electronic EMP grenade sails out and lands right on the nose of this chopper and goes off, and the thing immediately just drops.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker! Yo, did you see that shit? Yo,
The other
Seth.
guys are not there because they're behind the door. They wouldn't have seen it.
Oh fuck, y'all didn't see none of that shit.
Wylock.
It's clear.
So, what did I find that interested me in the cache?
So there's pistol, rifle, sniper rifle, heavy cannon, autocannon, rocket launcher, proximity grenades, smoke grenades, frag grenades.
I grabbed the sniper rifle and I chase after him.
Okay. Seth.
As this thing's dropping out of the sky, I imagine
You
I'm
don't
finally
see that, by the
letting.
way.
What's that? What's that?
You don't see that happening.
I thought I was shooting at it.
Yeah, but you sort of stepped out, shot at it, and then sort of stepped back behind
Okay.
the wall.
Well, I imagine I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah.
So, not hearing the chopper and seeing Mr. Locke take off, I'm gonna have to take off after him. I think I'm gonna stop and grab 2 frag grenades, just like in one meaty hand. Just kind of heft this auto gun and just grab 2 frag grenades. That's all I can fit in my hand, and just kind of shove them in my pocket.
Okay. All right. So Hong has basically gone through the door, and he's waiting at the elevator for you. Wylock arrives first, followed by Seth, followed by Cody. But Cody, you get to do the action first.
I just want to snag any type of a regular gun on the way out. That's it. Boom, and then hit towards their direction. Because I literally don't have a weapon. All I have are the 3.
So you grab a pistol and an extra clip.
And then I head in. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So Wylock.
Does he appear to be like hostile towards me, or?
No.
Okay, so I run up. I've got the rifle in hand, not pointing it at him or anything, and just say, "What is going on?"
They're going to try and take me out.
Ooh.
The trying.
The what?
Too much fucking explanation required.
Well, we're in this now too. So, how many of them are there? How far reaching are they? What are we into right now?
Let's just say they're connected to the hive mind.
Is that a thing in the world?
So you would know that the only hive mind that you know about is the Cyclith hive mind, which is an insectoid race that through the ages has been relatively benign, but they're a significant species on this planet, and they're all connected in a hive mind. So that's the only hive mind that you know of.
Oh, that's the only one. Oh, okay. That's fine. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Seth Franco.
As always, wherever Mr. Franco goes, I'm going.
All right, so you all pile into this elevator, and Hong goes in there, and he pulls out a card, swipes it, and punches in a 4-digit code, and this elevator begins to drop rapidly. Hideki.
I mean, like, we're like 150 floors up, and you're saying the elevator's just dropping like super fast. All right. Okay. I tell you what. I want to spin. Can I spin my story point I just earned?
If you want,
I have some points here into my creative bonus. Is there anything that like I'm assuming it's on like a cable, kind of like pop the top up and like jam a rifle in there or jam a weapon to like try to slow this down from maybe a pulley system or something?
the elevator is not in a free fall. It's just running very, very rapidly, so it's a controlled descent.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. That's not what I. All right,
That's all right.
I understand. Well then, yeah. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything really. I'm just gonna kind of just, I guess, wait till we get to wherever we're going.
Okay, so you're busy reloading your weapons. Right, Wylock.
All right. I pretty much said all I needed to say to him, so I'm riding.
And Seth, you are stoically standing there,
I mean, yes.
making sure there's no ammunition jams in the water cannon. So, bing! You get to the ground floor. The door opens, and Hong just walks out, and you are in the like sub-ground parking area, and there is the most expensive. What do we call those cars?
Raptor 9.
Raptor
This is
11.
a Raptor 15.
From
And you are,
Tyranno
like,
Corp.
your jaw hits the ground. It's like, holy shit. You didn't even think a Raptor 15 was even in development at this point. This is just like, ho.
So we
as
collective.
Hong moves towards the car basically opens up on its own, revealing, the interior of the car, which is like the plush leather, it's made from dragon skins. It's extremely opulent interior of the car.
Can I tap him on the shoulder?
Yep.
Yo, I'm fucking driving.
And he just points his hand towards the car and says, "My pleasure."
All right, let's do this, boys.
So you basically all pile into this car, and you notice that it's been modified, and it has a lot of armor plating. So there's a lot of shielding to this car, and there's a lot more on the dashboard than you're used to. So you don't actually know how to even start the fucking thing. Wylock.
All right, we're in the back seat. So
Yep.
you got the data cube? Did you bring it with you? Talking to Hong.
Yes, it's been downloaded into my data net.
And his car is top of the line and everything. Is there a computer in it?
There would be a module in the back, yes.
Yeah? Okay. I want you to show me what was on it. We've gotten you this far.
Right now?
You owe that much to us.
Okay, we'll get to that. Seth, is there anything you want to do?
I'm looking over the seat at Seth. Well, wait. So, where's Mr. Hong? Is he in the front seat or the back seat?
He's in the front passenger seat.
Okay.
You're in the back.
Okay. So I'm looking over Seth's seat. Or no, I'm Seth. I'm looking over the Ledecky seat, and as he's just staring at he's kind of staring at the dashboard, like, where is it? I'm like, try that one. No, the green one. Next to the blue one.
At this point, Hong just like hits you with his arm and points at the blue one. So before we continue, I'm going to give everyone an additional story value token.
I will take it, sir.
Like I said, it was a blue one.
Yeah, I got it, community.
Ledecky?
Yeah. Boot this bitch up. And, yeah, I'm gonna drive reckless.
This car does not start the way a car would normally start.
Okay.
So there's a lot of rumbling. And you can feel that the controls, there's like a steering wheel and a Z-axis module and all this sort of stuff. But there's like another set of controls that has ISD written on it. Now, you've never seen this before, but the moment you're sort of like the car has started and it's actually now hovering a little bit off the ground, you kind of like, you're in the corner of your eye is this little red button that has ISD written on it.
Hold on. Yeah, I fucking pressed that shit, and I gun it.
Hong's like, you've driven interspatial drive before? As the whole car fucking is enveloped in like, you know, a shimmering light as you pass through the walls of this and you fly out. You're now like sort of you passing through sewers and all this sort of shit, and eventually you realize you should actually probably pull up. And you pull up and you notice you're actually flying through people's bedrooms and kitchens and all this sort of shit. So you basically then control the vehicle back into normal space, and the ISD switches off. And Hong says, "You dumb motherfucker."
I just look over him and said, first, I was bitching. Second off, I told you had fucking spider problems. And then I fucking, like, continue to take off.
Alright. So you are now flying through the building, the skyscrapers of the city. Again, rain is hitting the car at a great velocity. You're probably traveling at 250, 300 kilometers an hour, so you're trying to keep this fucking thing straight. You do notice that as you're flying through, there are red lights starting to appear ahead and to the sides, and little hovering drones.
I mean, yeah, I'm just going to kind of look over to Hong or Locke, just kind of both of them, and like, where the fuck am I going?
And I look to Hong.
Okay, any day now, where the fuck am I going?
To the sea.
Okay. I'll go that way. I'll cut left. the whole fucking car like takes like a huge swerve. Everybody's like leaning into each other and shit. And yeah, I'll cut it over towards the sea.
You realize you don't know where the fuck the sea is. You've never been there. You know it exists, but you know these cities are massive. Warlock.
All right, is anyone following us that we can tell?
At this point, you don't know. You
Okay.
Census check difficulty 3.
All right. 5. No good. So if I could do something else, I would demand, all right, my cousin, now. We got you this far. You owe us that much.
Right, so he leans over the chair and he like punches in a password, and there's a whole bunch of information comes onto the screen, and it's like a complete wiki dump of a whole stack of information on something called the Triang. And you're, you know, as you're flying with Ledecky's bad driving through the buildings, it's kind of difficult to kind of read what's happening, but you do catch a few glimpses of things with regards to stock manipulation, government control, and genocide.
All right.
I'm driving. Yo, what the fuck does that say?
Seth Franco.
Cut back over to Seth.
I don't imagine I'm actually looking at the display. I would be continuing to scan, looking to see if we're being followed.
Okay, difficulty 2. Census check.
So I do 1s and 3s are 1, and 3s and 6s are 2. So that's a 1 and a 6. So 1 success.
Okay. So you difficulty 2 is D4s.
Oh, let me try that again then, because I have only been playing this game for 3 hours.
That's all right.
Well, shoot. I like the other one better. That's a 4 and a 3.
Okay. So you can't tell if anyone's following you. Now it is your declaration in this here trial that you were once again flying through the skies of our metropolis, our fine city here, recklessly and dangerously endangering the lives of the populace. Mr. Ledecky, I'm looking at you.
Listen, a man only gets an opportunity to fly a Raptor 15 maybe once in his lifetime, all right? I don't know about you, Judge, but I'm living large if I get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, 4150, here I come. You know what I'm saying, right? I mean, I took the chance. Yeah. But I didn't fucking kill Vinny.
Wylock,
That is true. He makes a good point.
do you have anything to add, Mr. Franco?
I was just trying to see the stars over the city.
What was it that you were looking at on this data cube? I remind you, you're under oath.
Oh, me.
Correct.
I'm not entirely sure. Something about a hive mind, government control, and what was the other thing? Genocide. Yeah, genocide. Apparently my cousin was into some heavy things.
And that's all you know.
That's all I know.
Well, we will have to continue on with your evidence. We return to Mr. Ledecky's side of the story. So you're now approaching the first time you've ever seen the ocean. As you can see, there's no lights in front of you as you sort of pass between the last set of skyscrapers and are now flying out over blackness.
Yo, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? Whoa, shit. Yo, did you know all this fucking water was here?
Wylock.
What does any of this have to do with my cousin? Tahong.
He was our inside man,
Doing what?
gathering information on the Triang.
I didn't know him to be much of a, what would be the word? Alientologist? How did he get in touch with you in the first place?
We got in touch with him because your cousin has some mad skills that not many people know about. But he was
Like
into
what?
us for a little bit of cash. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that much I do. How much?
250 million.
Credits?
If you want it to be credits.
All right.
You're telling me you gave Vinny 250 million credits? That
Yeah,
son
honestly,
of a bitch. Look,
that's on
I'm
you.
sorry, Locke, but dude, your cousin, that fucking bum.
And it wasn't you that offed him.
No.
All right.
This information, which obviously I have not been able to go through myself, will pinpoint as to who is actually responsible for all of this.
All right. Get on it.
All right. So, sensors check difficulty 1.
Fail.
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 All right. So, there's a little blinking thing that's starting to happen on the left-hand side of your steering column.
Yo, Mr. Hung, we're not like out of gas or anything like that, right?
And he like sort of leans over. Oh, fuck. So then you sense that there is, you look out the back window and there are like 10 of these choppers following you now.
Jesus.
I pull out.
Hong kind of like hits you on the arm and he points off into the distance. You see that light out there and there's like a flashing blue strobing light. He says, that's one of my rigs. Just land there.
Will do.
Voila.
Standing by. Enjoying the ride.
Sith?
I'm just looking at the stars over the city, over the ocean.
Alright. So you land on what you can only assume is an oil rig, but because you've never delved into the oil business or anything else like that, it's just this platform in the sea. It's quite dark. It looks like it may have been turned off or is abandoned. It doesn't look like it has a crew. So Hong slaps you on the shoulder. Sit down over there, and it's like a pad. So, Cody, you need to do an education check, difficulty 3.
Education?
Yep.
Great. A difficulty of 3. All right, here we go. It's a D6, right?
Correct.
That's not that bad. It's like 17% or something like that. I got a 4. That is a fail.
Okay. So you crash into the landing bay, and Hong's like, "Fuck, motherfucker, you fuck! Do you know how expensive this fucking car is?" So you skittle across the landing thing, and you come to a stop right on the edge, and the car automatically opens its doors, and all the airbags and anti-grav shit just comes on all at once. So you're like kind of hovering in amongst like an airbag shit, and then it spits you out onto the landing deck.
Ugh. Damn.
Voila.
So we're landed on the rig.
Yeah, you crashed.
All right. Say to Hong, you got any weapons stowed away on this thing?
That's not what this thing is for.
I meant the car.
There, no.
All right. I just take my sniper rifle and
Police pull me over and that sort of shit.
I have the sniper rifle. I just get out and I stay alert and scan the rig. What's around me?
Okay. Seth Franco?
Yep, I'm locked and loaded with the auto gun, and I'm scanning around too. Scanning around, not standing around.
Alright, so Hong basically begins manipulating his weapon and heads towards one of the sort of makeshift office things that are on top of this rig. So he runs up a metal staircase and in through a door. Radecki.
Yeah, I want to follow behind Hung.
Voila.
The 10 choppers, did we lose them?
Nope, they are closing in on the position.
Okay, then I follow.
Yo, boss!
Seth Franco.
Taking up the rear, keeping an eye on our 6 as we go wherever Hong is taking us.
So as you're running along, you notice the car falls off the edge of the platform because it wasn't turned off correctly.
Shit.
Who did what now?
The car falls off the edge of the platform because it wasn't disengaged.
The car falls off. I thought you said Hong fell off.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to sell so much blow to pay for that. Fuck.
You're gonna have
What
to
is the
blow
matter with
so
you?
much.
Hong is at the door and he's like holding the door open, and as you run through the door he sees his car fall off the edge and he's like kicks you in the ass, you dumb fucking motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got nothing to say, but I'm sorry.
So you all barrel into this sort of space and Hong flips a switch, the lights come on, and there's like a whole control deck that's happening. And he goes over to a computer and he's basically, just do something until I can get some word out. Ledecky.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm pretty much just going to assess and I guess watch the staircase.
Well,
Yeah. I'm also just. I'll pick a door to guard or something, and I say offhand, "What are you doing?"
I'm sending a message to my guys.
Are they gonna help us?
They better fucking help us. I fucking pay their salaries.
Yeah. All right.
Seth Franco.
I just hope his guy, I'm talking to Mr. Locke, I just hope his guys got more assault choppers. Or something bigger.
Alright, so he finishes typing a whole bunch of shit and then he starts flicking some switches on this main control board. And there's like cranes and stuff that start moving around on the deck. You see the choppers are now coming in and they're actually, circling this whole platform. Cody.
Boss, you got a fucking plan for this?
Huh? What's going on? Where are they at?
Just try and take care of this, for fuck's sakes. I'm busy.
Well,
Take care of it, he says.
So the crane's moving out on the main pad.
Yeah, it just looks like the cranes are moving and, stuff is moving around.
How many EMP grenades do you got left?
I got 3.
3.
The cranes have buckets on them, or some kind of, thing that is moving.
Boss.
Crane.
Hey, Seth, you like to climb shit?
yeah. You know that I like to climb shit.
I knew that fucking rock climbing hobby of yours would come in handy, and I walk over to him with 2 EMP grenades, and I kind of shove him right in his chest. Godspeed, man. And I kind of look into the helicopters and the crane.
And Hong says
Son.
to you better go with him.
Oh fuck, really, man? But I don't like heights. That's my thing. Spiders and heights. Look, boss. Come on, Locke. You're not gonna make
You
me.
and your
No.
spiders get your ass onto the crane.
I'm coming too. We'll split up. You go on that crane with 1 grenade. You go
All
with
right,
the
I
other.
got one more.
And I'm going to go to a third one to see if I can sight the pilot in my sniper rifle.
So
Fuck.
As you leave the room, you hear Hong go, these fucking guys.
And I'll give everybody in the party. I guess we'll call it a party. Everybody in the party an EMP grenade.
Yep. So you each climb, it takes you a few minutes, but you each climb a crane. You are moments away from these helicopters swooping down on this platform.
Can I spend a story point?
Sure.
This would be a big story point. I'll just preface. So if we chuck our grenades and there's 10 of them, right? We all hit one, but it's clustered in such a way that we all hit maybe 2, and then as they're spinning out of control, they hit ones that we didn't hit, and all 10 of them go down.
You'd have to do the check first.
What?
We'd have to do what?
You'd have to do the check
No, wait.
first.
I see. Guys, do you want to do that?
I'll spend an extra story point to make sure that mine hits. All right, I'll make the roll. Yeah, that sounds great. Is that physical?
You all have to roll, but it's just one of you has to roll and then use the story value point when you succeed.
Oh, okay.
All right, so is this physical to throw them?
Yes, so physical check, the difficulty is 3.
All right, so D6s. I got a 2 bonus. Here we go. I dig the system, Gareth, man. This thing is fucking awesome. Great storytelling.
I'm busting out my Easy Roller Dice Metal D6 for this.
Good man.
Fuck!
Son of a...
Dude, I failed.
That was a 3.
Failed all 3.
Got a
that
3
was
and a
a 3.
5.
You can use a story value point to re-roll.
I'll do that.
You can use, if you've got a story value point, you can use it to re-roll.
I'm re-rolling.
Samesies.
Son of a... That's a 5. That was worse.
2 wins, baby!
Oh, all of us have to use a story point?
No, only those who wish to re-roll.
But I mean, will the whole scheme work if we...
You have to have a story value in your pocket in order for the scheme to work, because now you have to make it an amazing success. So Cody's grenade hits. You can now use your story value point to make happen what you said happened.
I see.
Are you kidding me?
2 5s.
So you had a story value point, don't you?
I did till about 3 seconds ago.
When you used it to re-roll.
Yes.
Okay. So Cody, your grenade explodes, and the again bright flash, crackling, sort of lightning sort of look about it. The craft sort of veers around. The one next to it and the one to the other side of it is affected by it as well. And the main one crashes down into the sea. And the other ones, you can tell that there's warning lights and the guys are not able to control it. One of the missiles fires out of that, courses straight across the platform, and because it's heat-seeking, hits one of the other choppers, which takes it down. So one is destroyed, the other one is destroyed, and 2 are malfunctioning.
So 4 out of the 10.
Yeah. So you're down to 6.
Any fucking ideas?
Can
All right, Go ahead.
Are the cranes still working?
The cranes are kind of slowly moving around.
All right, and they're big, right?
Yeah, these are big cranes.
All right. Can I slide down one back down to the cabin area of it and take manual control?
Sure.
Okay.
Franco?
How far away is the chopper? Is the nearest chopper?
30 meters, maybe?
I reach into my pocket and pull a frag grenade, and I'm judging the distance. Yeah, I can throw a baseball 90 feet.
All right.
I'm chucking a frag at the cockpit. So that was, what was the difficulty 3.
6s.
That's physical.
Yep.
That's a 6. So I imagine, I don't know if this counts as a spectacular fail, but I imagine as I go to pull the pin or prime this thing that I kind of pull back on it, and the crane shifts. And as I'm getting ready to throw it, I just kind of fumble it, and I do this thing for a second, and I realize it's counting down, and I just let it drop straight down.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck!
so you get a story value token for that. It goes off, and the crane begins to collapse and fall to the side, and you can tell that it's going to go over the edge. Which includes you. So you
All
have
right.
moments to kind of rectify the situation. Otherwise, you'll be in the sea. So, Cody.
Fuck. I see all this go off. My ears are ringing. The choppers. I see. My boss down there in the pit. I see Seth falling, and I'll just point and yell at Seth. Yell at Lock that Seth is about to go into the ocean to bring his attention, so maybe he can do something with it. That's it, man. And then I'll start to climb down.
All right.
I want to swing my crane around so that the hook that Seth could possibly grab the hook. If I swing it around in time.
Difficulty 1. Education check.
Oh, and I got a +1. 3 and a 5. So, no.
So the crane, you swing the crane around, but unfortunately it passes past just at the wrong moment. So
Wait a minute. Hang on. You said difficulty 1?
Yes, it's D2s.
They were D2s. I rolled my D6s. So a 3 is a 1.
Correct.
So I did win.
Hook onto the thing of the mast of the crane, which holds it for 4 turns. So, Seth, you are now hanging on this crane, and you're hanging over the ocean at this point.
So I've really only got one choice, which is to pull myself up.
Yep.
To where I can maneuver.
Difficult by the fact that you have the sheer weight of the autocannon pulling you down. So the difficulty is 3.
And that's going to be a physical check.
Correct.
Well, I'm going to try pulling myself up. I'm not ready to let go of this autocannon yet. Oh, where did it go? Oh, man. It like bounced over my keyboard, fell into a small box, and landed on a 6.
Right. So we're back to Cody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making...
See Seth struggling with this.
I mean, I'm on a different crane, right?
Correct.
I mean, dude, I can't fucking get to him. I'm gonna keep climbing down mine and just hope that Wylock can save him. I mean, I don't really know what to do here.
You have gotten off the crane. You managed to get down in a single turn. So.
It does. I'm sorry, the crane's falling off.
Help!
He's about to go into the ocean.
Help!
Can I reach him? I mean, he's like
It take
way
you
up
about
in
a
the...
turn to get there. Yes. So you run across the platform to get to him.
Then I will head towards him. How about that? I will head towards him.
Okay. You need to do
Ignoring the choppers.
You need to do a physical check difficulty 1 to avoid tripping over all the cabling and that kind of stuff on the deck.
Okay, D what? Or what difficulty?
D2s. It's difficulty 1. Physical.
Okay, I got a +2 mod. I have a 1. I have 2. I pass.
So you skip lightly over all these and you manage to get to the crane where he is. Wylock.
I'm going to swing the boom arm over such that and lower the hook so that he's down to the pad, the main landing pad.
the thing is, your crane is holding the other crane up. It's stopping it from falling off. If you move the crane any further, the other crane will just fall down into the sea.
Oh, I thought
Don't move it!
I'd swung it over there for him to grab onto the hook. Is he not?
No,
He's not.
You basically, you've stopped his crane from falling for 4 turns.
Oh,
with
shit.
your crane. So you're just holding the controls.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. All right. So it's hold in place for now. It feels
Yep.
stable. All right.
I'm going to give Jake an extra story point purely for the camera work.
Good call.
I concur.
I'll take it.
All right. I see Bruce running over, so I'm gonna hop out the cabin, run across the pad, and go back up and check on Hong.
Okay, so you go out of the cabin, and the crane begins to move, reducing the number of turns by 1,
What? How come?
because you're no longer at the controls.
Fuck!
Do you? That's not how cranes work.
Look,
I've run
it's gonna be
cranes
fine.
I've
Everybody
run them
knows.
before.
Look, it's gonna be fine. Everybody knows we get arrested.
Well, that's true.
Don't! So the crane is basically being the sheer weight of this. You were driving the crane to one side. You're no longer driving to that side, so it's stationary, and the other thing is now going to topple over. So we're back to
Okay.
Jake.
I'm going to, hanging here on the crane, I'm going to try to reach and undo the strap that's holding the autocannon over my back.
Okay. You can, and it falls.
And now I want to pull myself up.
Yeah, so difficulty 1.
That's a 1!
You manage to scramble up onto the crane and jump off as the whole contraption just falls into the sea.
I imagine there's that moment where as it slides off and Lidecker's heading over there, Bruce sees the thing go over and he thinks that I've gone down into the ocean, and then you just see my hand over the edge of the deck just go as I pull myself up.
Nice.
So at this point, all of a sudden it's just the walls nearby and parts of the deck are just being shredded by autocannon fire from the choppers. Cody, you are muted.
Ironically, I said you broke up a little bit there. Could you? Could you? I mean, that's what I said. It's like,
So the choppers are basically strafing the deck with autocannon fire.
oh shit! I run over and I help finish ripping Seth up, and kind of covering low, running across to try to find some form of cover behind some sort of pillar, blocks, anything that would protect me from this fire.
All right, so you're ducking behind little sort of shed doors and all this kind of shit, and there's just bits and pieces of metal flying everywhere, and there's fires starting. Wylock?
I'm bursting in the door and I say, "Where are they?"
Moments away, and he hits a button.
All right.
Seth.
Is there any chopper that's within throwing range?
Yes?
I got 1 frag grenade left,
Okay.
so I'm going to try to chuck it.
Oh,
All
God.
three.
Yeah, you're fucking inside, Wylock.
Difficulty 3, so that's a D6. I'm going to grab a totally different D6 here.
I story point a success. Can I?
That's a 6. I don't know if you can.
No, you can re-roll it if you story value points. You can use. You can.
Well, you know
re-roll it.
what? I've got an extra story point. I'll use a story point to re-roll.
Okay.
It's still a fail. It's a 4.
So the grenade swings wide of the chopper as it sort of veers out of the way and explodes underwater.
Shit.
So, Wylock, you feel some kind of rumbling starting to happen within this complex. And Hong is kind of ducked down below the console and is checking his weapon. And you see a chopper sort of about to strafe the office.
Sorry,
Are you? Is it, yeah, I'm not
most
sure
of
who's
that
turn
didn't.
this.
None of that came through for me.
Okay, so Hong is ducking below the console and he's checking his weapon. And you see out the window of this office, there's a helicopter, the chopper that's about to strafe with its autocannons.
Okay, I yelled to him, "Stay down!" And then, are there like tables about that you would use for charts and stuff like that?
There's like a metal table with some survey maps and shit. So
Yeah.
you can flip that over if you want.
Actually, I just dive and I down next to him.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
So glass just explodes into the room as bits and pieces of the rear wall just basically disappear into the night as a massive hole from the bullets from the autocannon are just ripping bits and pieces off. And so Hong's like, fuck, these motherfuckers better be here on time. Cody. Bruce Ledecky.
I mean, I'm asking, like, there's no weapons around, and these are full-size helicopters. I mean, there's like nothing that I could hurt any of these things with. There's no grenade launchers or or bigger guns than just a regular pistol, like nearby in the vicinity.
You would notice one of the choppers that has crashed, its like rocket arm, when it exploded, kind of landed on the deck.
Oh, fuck yes. Okay. I look over at Seth. This shit is getting crazy. And I just take off running. I slide down, and I try to like baseball slide grab this and make it to another section of cover. I'm not trying to like stop in the middle, but I basically want to like run, grab, and get to another set of cover. In essence.
So this is a thing that holds 6 missiles, and it's fucking heavy. You won't be able to drag it anyway.
Oh, okay. Does it?
And
Okay, so
the missiles out if you like.
Is this completely detached from the controls from the chopper?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Is okay. I have a creative bonus. Is there when I get there and I see, however.
I mentioned in the chat I actually saw a tow missile launcher and launched 2 tow missiles, 2 wire-guided missiles at the side of a mountain on a similar short out.
Damn.
Wow.
Gareth, are you there,
Can you
man?
hear me?
Not
Can
moving.
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Could hear that. Keep talking.
Okay. So,
Yes.
so all six
Yes.
missiles from this thing launch all at the same time. So we move back to
And
Wylock.
no.
But no.
Okay. Hold on.
Now I want to know what happened.
This is Gareth's super immersion. We all died. That's why we can't hear anything.
Next time. Oh, pretty
Oh, you
smooth.
look okay.
Yes.
Yes, but you stopped moving again.
And keep talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daughter.
All right, we're
All
back.
right, so I was about to fuck up all these helicopters with my difficulty 5 check on my creative use of a blown off missile.
So all 6 missiles launch at the same time.
Wow.
One strikes the office where Wylock is. 3 of them just crash into other parts of the deck. And 2 fly out and then start seeking choppers. And the choppers start scrambling to get out of the way.
Is it too? I know you were trying to describe that for us. Is it too late to use my story point on that?
Yes, you can if you want
Okay.
to use it. So you can
Well
use
then,
five
yeah.
missiles.
Then that. All right. So basically, what I want to do is I want to go tumbling backwards across this deck as these missiles kind of fire off. 3 of them just go straight towards one chopper. It just obliterates it, turns, and it just causes kind of the chain reaction that Wylock was trying to cause earlier. And I want to clear out the remaining 6 choppers with these 6 missiles, if at all possible, while also causing a little bit of havoc to the office and sending me flying across the oil rig.
Okay.
What's that with the office? Why the office?
Because it's fun.
Okay.
So one of the missiles strikes the office, and the other ones strike various different choppers, and the choppers crash into one another. Except for one, there's still the one chopper left.
I'm sorry, Wylock.
So Wylock, you take 3 injuries,
Sounds good. It's a flesh wound.
and Hong is near death. So he's on 6 injuries. He is severely battered, and he's not looking in good shape. You are standing in the smoldering remains of the office. And
Oh, that's a little havoc, huh? All right, smoldering remains.
Hong says,
Because it's
that
fun.
motherfucking son of a bitch.
And I have a new haircut.
So Wylock, it's your turn.
All right.
I'm unconscious. There's this thing, the force of this sent me flying across the deck. Like, I'm totally out.
Come to the coast. We'll have a few drinks. All right. So Hong is bleeding badly.
Yep.
All right. Did you get the signal out? Are they coming?
They'll be here. You're gonna have to repeat yourself.
Then I just look out, I guess, not through the door or whatever's left, and see what the other two are doing, where they're at.
So through all the smoldering remains and smoke and everything, you can't really see the other two anymore. Seth.
In the havoc that just ensued, and seeing the missile that just blew apart the office, I knew that Mr. Locke was up there, so I am trying to head up there and see if he's all right.
All right. So you emerge in what is just this platform left. No walls, no tables. The console is fucked. There's just like planks and bits of sheet metal and everything lying all over the show. And you find Wylock kind of like battered and bruised, hanging over Mr. Hong. And Mr. Hong's just like, oh, that motherfucker.
Thank goodness, Mr. Frodo. I mean, Mr. Locke.
So it is that you declare that you were there at this time with said Mr. Hong, and Mr. Hong had been telling you that you were somehow involved with this Triang business. Mr. Ledecky.
Yeah, you see, right around this part, things get a little fuzzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was some explosions. People were falling in the ocean. Why don't you ask Seth? Maybe he's got a better picture of what exactly was happening. I was otherwise preoccupied.
Mr. Franco.
It was pandemonium, and we were doing our best to stay alive. Mr. Ledecky had been knocked unconscious. And I got hit upside the head. I couldn't see too well. All I could see was stars.
Mr. Wylock.
I got hit in the face with a fucking missile. That's what happened.
A likely story. Do you declare to this court that you three somehow managed to evade 10 choppers practically unarmed after fighting giant spiders and car thieves, motherfucker, and all other sorts of lying shenanigans? You expect us to be enamored with this? Mr. Ledecky.
Well, yeah. I mean, what happened, you know?
Well, let's proceed with this fictitious. So, Cody's unconscious, Bruce Ledecky is unconscious, Wylock is injured, and Seth Franco is helping Wylock and Mr. Hong. The final chopper is now swinging around to hover near the office. And you can see the missile banks open out as it gets poised to fire the final blow. When you see on the deck, there's like a flash of light, and this sort of sphere of light opens up, and out of the sphere step a whole bunch of well-armed, heavily armored can only assume there's some kind of military. The chopper essentially turns as it sees this bright light, assuming it's some kind of weapon or whatever, and fires its missile towards this bright light and impacts on a shield that is formed over them. So the missile explodes, and as the smoke dissipates, you can see the half sphere of this shield crackle and dissipate as these people that have come out of this orb just open up on this last chopper with all manner of plasma weapons, laser rifles, and rocket launchers. This thing is just obliterated in a matter of seconds. Roll a senses check, and this is for Wylock and Seth. Because Cody is unconscious.
What difficulty?
Difficulty 1.
Pass.
Success.
These are police.
Oh, breaking up.
These are police.
Okay.
These are police that showed up.
Yes. Through some sort of portal.
Oh, I hate being unconscious right now.
All right, so I'm still a little bit dazed from the hit and everything, but I say to Hong, cops are here. What do you want to do?
What comes, what comes. And he passes out.
Time to tap out. So I've all right, I just try and stumble down the stairs and try and get over to Bruce to see what condition he's in.
Okay. Seth?
I look at the now unconscious Mr. Hong. What comes? What comes? And then I notice that Mr. Locke is heading towards Ledecky, so I'm going to follow.
All right. So these police, essentially, there's probably about another 8 or 9 of them, begin to, circle your position. Some are pointing weapons at you, some are pointing weapons at the sky, seeing, what's coming along. One of them goes up the stairwell to where Mr. Hong is. Ledecky, you start to come around.
Yo, did we fucking win? Oh,
Yeah, we won. Some
all
of
right,
us.
boss. Oh shit. Wait,
What?
is that the fucking police? Oh fuck. I just kind of lay my head back down.
So I'm pretty dazed and don't know what. Oh, so I'm pretty dazed and out of it, and not sure what left to do. My eyebrows are blown off, so I just kind of sit down there, and we've got no weapons, we've got no vehicles, so I'll stay with my guys and see what happens.
Seth?
At this point, I know the drill. I'm just standing there, my hands up, and when Lox sits down, I just get down on my knees with my hands up and just automatically assume position.
So one of the guys walks up to you, and you suddenly are unconscious. Wylock, you see that the guy's used a stun rod on him, as another stun rod is put into the back of your neck, and you're suddenly unconscious. Becky.
I pretend to be unconscious.
That doesn't work like that, motherfucker, as they stun you as well.
Damn it!
up in a prison cell, being ushered in to what is inevitably going to be your trial. And that's where we find ourselves, gentlemen, sitting here lying, telling us fabrications. Thankfully, we have Mr. Hong to give a deposition in this shenanigan of a trial. So, on your view screen appears an image of Mr. Hong. Mr. Hong, you are hereby added as a witness in this here trial. And Hong just kind of waves the guy shushed and says, Your Honor, these men are perfectly innocent. And the arbiter of the trial basically shuts up the prosecutor. I find that these gentlemen are in fact innocent of the crime and the death of Viri Teralto, and hereforth no more shall be seen into it. Thank you, Mr. Hong, for being so kind as to grace this judicial council with your presence. It is always a pleasure. And with that, you are released. And you, effectively, when you emerge from the cells that you're locked into, and you see each other, you're in this sort of police impound place, where they televise your witnesses, your witness statements to this, trial on the Dartanet. And Mr. Hong comes down the corridor and says, right, now we're even.
I mean, even me.
You lucky motherfucker, you are even. But any other transgressions, and you and I are going to have words.
You know, I've never been good at words. That's what my mom always said, so.
Then shut your mouth.
With that, he turns and he walks away, and you are released into the streets to live out your lives as you see fit.
Holy shit. Bravo, man, bravo. Wow. What a ton of fun.
Whew. Cool.
So,
I love...
That was an interesting introduction to 7DSystem.
I think that might be a little bit of an understatement, my man.
No one's had a setting like that before.
You know, when you asked us all what our favorite movies were, and I said 12 Angry Men, and you were like, I'm going to do this in the style of a courtroom drama, I had no idea what you had up your sleeve. And, man, dude, bravo, because that was a freaking blast for me. So thank you so much for asking me to come on and do this. Ton of fun, man.
Yeah, I love
I
that
had no
framing
idea
device.
if it was going to work.
It worked perfect. It worked perfect. It's just like I kept having flashes of The Usual Suspects, where we're seeing a narration in the courtroom, and then we're playing out the scenes. And Cody even mentioned it at one point. We know we're going to get arrested no matter what happens. We know we get arrested, so we're just kind of playing out the scenes and kind of playing towards what's going to happen in the meantime. And I think there's still, it's still kind of hanging out there in the air. Who the hell is Mr. Hong? Who the hell?
Oh my god, I just got it. That would have been so much easier to remember. My cousin Vinny.
Are you serious?
4 hours later,
You talk about a walk off. Oh my gosh.
Noodles,
I saw,
noodles as in needles from Usual Suspect.
Oh. I was just picturing Deus Ex, one of my favorite video games.
Yeah, there's just so much that influences that it's
Yeah.
difficult to pin down everything.
No, overall, that was just a terrific vibe. I've been branching out more and more away from traditional medieval fantasy D&D, which don't get me wrong, that's still my go-to. But I just love this. I had such great visuals the whole way through, between the scenes you were setting up, and I think MVP award definitely goes to, at least for characterization, goes to Cody.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, nailing that Goodfellas accent and characterization. It took me a while. It took me a couple hours to kind of peg it that I was picking up a serious Chris Penn vibe going on there.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I really, really appreciate that, but nothing is better than the Australian Samuel Jackson that we had earlier in the game, in the form of Chalto, because that shit was brilliant. Oh my god, that was brilliant.
Oh no, that's just how I talk, motherfucker.
Listen to him drop MFers all night. God, so good. Oh, couldn't have planned it better myself.
Alrighty. So thank you for to everyone who's been watching us. This has been a game powered by 7DSystem. You can check out this channel, 7dsystem.com, and also all these other channels. So you've got Cody from Taking 20, you've got Wylock from Wylock's Crafting Vids, and you've got Jake from Mini Terrain Domain Metadata. These are all fine gentlemen with fine channels, and you can also help support the making of these videos on patreon.com/7dsystem. Do you gentlemen have anything to add? Cody?
You know what? I had a blast, and I got to tell you, this is a really fun system. I'm going to have to take a much deeper look into it with how I can implement it, man. You got some gold here on your hands. Thanks for making me a part of this. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Wylock?
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. Good luck at the Ennies.
Thanks, man.
And yeah, thanks for having me. I was glad to get to play with these guys. I've never played in a game of any kind with you, Gareth, and same with Cody. And I think the only other game that Wylock mentioned having run or played in the last 20 years was probably the game that I ran. So,
Always
yeah,
a pleasure, Jake.
This is a really interesting system. So if you get a chance to get your hands on it or get a chance to play in a game, it's an experience that you do not want to pass up.
For sure.
So thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for joining me, and to everyone who's watching, thank you very much, and we will leave it there. If I can somehow stop the stream, which it's telling me I can't.
Well, if that's the case, then be sure to check out and support 7DSystem on patreon.com/7DSystem. Also, you can follow all of us on Twitter and Facebook and do those things.